Hello everyone, and how are you this weekend? Welcome to the Dear John Show, Sunday, 1st of July, the 1st of July. Happy July everybody, and happy 4th of July to all you American people out there that will be celebrating on the 4th of July. Because, as you know, the show won't be on the 4th this year. So, I hope everybody's had a brilliant week leading up to this weekend. And I'm delighted to be back here with the Dear John Show, Sunday, 1st of July 2018. And what a big show it is. What a show it's going to be. We have loads coming up. Absolutely loads. And the team, hello Christine, how are you? Lovely to see you here, honey. And the show is absolutely full. I think everybody has poetry. And we have a special guest, hopefully, as we go along, coming onto the screen. I won't mention who it is, where they're from or anything else. But we've got a lot of new names and some names that have been read already. Hello Chris Edridge, how are you? And Nina Thilo. Good to see you in, Nina. Always makes my night when you're in. Absolutely makes my night. I know then I have me banter buddy ready for the other side, haven't I? All the time. We got a lot of poets to read tonight. Absolutely loads. I'm just scrolling through now. I'm going to count them first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good God, 9. We got more than 9. That'd be silly. I just lost count, that's all. Let's say we have 20 or so. Because I'm not good at counting. I lose track after 9. It's terrible, isn't it? Well, who have we got for tonight to read? Who are these 20 poets? So on the show this week we have Debbie Klingelsmith with Jewel, Matthew Pollock with Wasteful, Jennifer Polonetsky, My Fluttering Heart, Asoki Kumar Mitra with Tomorrow, Gomera Rain, Circle of Pain, Johnny J.P. Lee, In the Garden, Eva Marie Cagley with In the Waves Calling, Mark Blue with Bleeding Blue, Adam E. Cotts with Tears, Keith Forsyth, The Beast, Heather Hazlitt, Shades of Blue, Jeff Schlooney, Ask Now, Sheila Webb, Your Worth, Whitney Anderson, The Real War, Del Ann Ray, A Dozen Roses, Catherine Pagano, His Darkness, A Healing Heart, Kimberly, Carnage, Billy Pinder Reynard Bonus with Gone, Jesse Batista, The Waiting, Chris Edridge, Noodle Nose, I like that, Chris Page, She Was a Soldier. Hello Eva Marie and welcome in. Lovely to see you in here as well, darling. As I said, we've got a big show tonight. We've got a guest coming on. As soon as I see the name, I'll know the lady is here with us. Oh, damn, I've just done it, haven't I? I've said it's a lady, haven't I? Well, she could come dressed as a cowboy and be a cowboy. It doesn't matter really, does it? But guys, listen, I'm absolutely delighted to be here tonight. I'm delighted to have all your poetry. And who am I going to bring in first this week? Let's have a little tick on the bottom button, because the bottom button is always the best. Well, there's Casey, Kathy, Linsect Lower. Hello, Casey, how are you? Good to see you in here, hon. As I said, it's a big show. Let's see who I can bring in now at the minute. Tilo, get your camera. You're not on ad. So who are we bringing in? Let's have a mystery moment. Who are we bringing in? Guess who? Well, it does say connect. And it did connect.
Hello,
It
guys.
connected with Christine. I have to bring you in because
Hi, my darling.
I don't have any Marna at the moment. So she must be still at church. They're probably in about 75 foot of water now, swimming back to the house, you know?
Oh, have they had floods?
No, just anything can happen in that country, you know that.
All right, okay, yes. I thought maybe I'd missed something
No,
in the news. I
not a
haven't
bit.
news for a while. Yeah, so should we swimming? Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's still very hot here. Is it still hot
Oh,
in England?
32 over in Warrington at the moment. It's melting.
All right.
Absolutely melting.
Yes, I bet you are.
Manchester has fires burning in the fields and forestry areas, yeah. And they've gone up. There's been a place Merseyside way, an industrial unit has gone up as well. They reckon it's from the heat again.
Dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
I've never
Well,
experienced this. I don't think I've experienced this in my life, Christine.
we had a summer like that in England in 1976. It was one of the scorchers that just went on and on and on, and droughts and banned hosepipe use and everything. I remember it back then very clearly.
Oh, it's horrific.
Yeah.
This is just too much. We're not acclimatized for
It,
this. It's like somebody
no, we know.
has suddenly put a magnifying glass in front of the sun,
Yeah.
and it's just intense. It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Is it quite humid as
Yeah.
well?
Even in the nighttime, the
Yeah.
nighttime temperatures drop. It's great. They tell you it's going to drop in the nighttime. It'll probably hit 19.
Mm, yeah. I know it's been like that here. We're a little bit cooler here now. It's probably about 22 today, which is comfortable.
Yeah,
It's lovely. But about a week or two ago, it was the same here, just scorching
absolutely
all the
horrid.
time. Really.
They've sent out the weather. The weather center sent out a warning this morning. First time ever it said that they'd send a warning like this: thunder danger. What the
Yeah.
hell is thunder danger?
Yeah.
Thunder is just a bang. It's the lightning I'm
Yes.
terrified of. I don't mind the foliage around
Yes,
the
that's
roof.
the lightning. Yes, that's the frightening
But
bit,
they never
isn't it?
mention lightning, they
Yeah.
just mention thunder. Thunder warning.
Isn't it?
What can I say?
Mm,
They
yeah.
must know something we don't.
They should have said thunder and lightning
Yeah,
warning, shouldn't
yeah.
they?
I mean, they
Really?
get paid enough to
So
say the two words, don't they?
to get it right, yeah.
Yeah.
They do. So how's your week been
It's
then?
been
Good?
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Kept taking the tablets
Yeah?
and I'm feeling fine, yeah.
Just to keep you sane, hey?
Hey? Oh,
Just to keep you
that'll
sane.
never happen, Christine. Good God, that'll never happen.
No,
They've been trying for
I was
all
going to
these
say you
years.
perhaps you should stop taking the pills, John. Yeah, it's
No,
not
I'll go
working.
same.
Yeah, exactly. And that would be a shame for all of
Of
us,
course
wouldn't
it
it?
would, yes.
And my brother's
I
just come
I
in.
was
He's
just going to
watching us
say, your
from the
brother's
pub.
just come on the screen, yeah? Michael's just come
Yeah,
in,
he
yeah?
has. Yeah, they've been on holiday out to their caravan, so they've been soaking up the sunshine of their caravan, I think. So I think they may be still there, whether they're coming home tomorrow
Pity
or
they didn't
today.
pack
But
it away with them, Christine.
I know, I know. They love it at the caravan, so yeah.
So,
Perfect weather,
it's
isn't it, for
absolutely
it? So
unbelievable, really and truly.
wonderful.
Fantastic. I mean, there's no use moaning about it.
No,
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 quite.
because,
Especially in England, you don't get much sunshine in
no,
England, so
when you
enjoy
see
it
in
while
two
it's there.
weeks' time you'll have 2 days rain and there'll be havoc.
Yeah,
Oh, this country, it's
yeah,
always raining in. The same ones that were moaning that they got burned, you know? God.
yeah. I've just seen Minus come in now, so she's there.
Oh, there's Myrna. Hello, Myrna. How are you? Look, John's saying not a chance. I told you.
Exactly.
Ain't going to
No
happen anytime
chance.
soon. How many did I send you,
Definitely not.
Christine?
You sent me
Hey,
7.
I'm getting good.
The first 7 on your list that you wrote out, that you read out. So they're all on my list today. So I think I'll start with Eva Marie Cadley today, if you don't
Yes,
mind.
not at all.
And that's called Within the Waif's Calling. She searches her soul's inspiration. Sorry, I'll start that again. She searches for her soul's inspiration, her heart's enlightenment. Feeling lost for words again, she summons up the poet's sprites, tumbling in, hopping over one and another, all little friends playing leapfrog with no borders. They test her mind for rhyme, they test it for the reasons, making her choose to be wise, or have some fun and go disguised as the sprites of poetic form. Winning the Elfin's prize for mystic playgrounds, psychedelic colours twirling around, little miniature toy dolls and carnival rides with enchantment and games. Elfins everywhere, running around, going insane, giggling, laughing, holding hands, twirling around and letting go. There you are wherever you land. Fun to go to this place of playland. Listening to the waif within, playing the elfin's flute once again, the melody drawing you to dance within, sucking you into the components of sound, rhyme and meter, flow and rolling along. The main ingredients of the poetic form, you can hear their music in the words they speak. Soft and flowing beauty, oh so deep, they tiptoe on the fluted waves, making you feel all warm and dazed. Stealing your dreams and hopes, displaying them on pages for folk. Pixie enlightening your soul, telling words where to go on a merry-go-round until they are all found, disappearing into the land of enchantment dreams within the heart's soul of fantasy. Goodbye, my little pixies. Goodbye, my sweet elfins of poetry. Sweet music plays within the waif's calling.
And a lovely little magical piece to keep the child happy inside, wasn't it?
Yeah, nice to have something positive and friendly, huh? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to have something of that ilk, isn't it? Quite
No,
different.
totally
Yeah.
different. You
Lovely.
love something to bring something magical, just that little itty bitty touch. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That's a lovely one. Thank you,
yeah. I
Eva.
should think. Yes, I think probably Nina would have liked one of those to read as
Yeah,
well. I think she loves reading all the fantasy and stuff,
she
doesn't she? She
loves
really
it.
enjoys reading.
Yeah, she
She
lives it.
does.
That's what I love about it. Absolutely lives it when she's on it, and she writes a lot of it
Yeah.
too. The same lady we
Yes.
have tonight is
Yeah.
we have Debbie Klingelsmith. Debbie writes some of the
Mm.
most deepest type of poetry,
Yes.
and wow,
Yes, she does. That's what Nina loves as well,
yeah,
that fantasy world, doesn't
yeah.
she? Yeah. I think there's a Kinglesmith here. Just a second. I think, yes. No. Yes, there
Yeah,
is. I've got one to read tonight. Yeah. So, Jewel. So that will be coming up. But I'll do that one later because I'm going to do a contrast one now. And this one is from, I think, a new lady. I haven't heard the name before. Gomorrah Rain.
yes, brand new, yeah.
She's new, yes. And this one's called Circle of Pain. So quite a different ilk. Let's stop walking in circles. Let's stop confusing one another with our fickleness. Let's stop pointing fingers, raising our fists, cutting our wrists as we cut each other's throats, sinking the boat for all of us. Everyone is looking for a home, a place to belong, a place to run when we feel alone. Everyone is looking for an escape from their own inner hell, with no soft place to fall. We all hit rock bottom in turmoil. When I hurt you, you retaliate. When I hurt me, I hurt you. When we hurt us, generation after generation. When will we ever learn? The revolution starts with you and I.
Which is very true, isn't it? The
Yeah, isn't
revolution
it
of
just?
life. I mean, where does it start? Where does everything go wrong? It goes wrong with ourselves, doesn't it? Before it goes
Yeah,
wrong anywhere else. Yeah. And that's why we have to
definitely.
start with ourselves. If we're going to be a society that's now turning into a self society, well, then have a look at yourself. You can make the changes. Each and every one of us can make the changes on a self.
Only we
Yeah.
can make changes. Yeah, only we. Yeah, if you don't start with yourself, then you're not
You're
going
not
very
going
far, I don't
exactly
think.
too true. You're not. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So very
Absolutely
interesting
lovely, Gomer.
observations.
Thank you very much for your poem.
Yeah, lovely. Is she with us? Do you know? She's with us
No,
tonight?
she's not. She hasn't come in yet. But it's the World Times. I had it today with someone from India, somebody from somewhere else. I don't know the time differences. I have to Google them every time. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I'm afraid I don't either, really. Not off the top.
And they're very frustrated on how to get to the show. But I mean, if they
Yeah,
want to, they've all got the link. The majority have the link has been sent. Yeah, as we
yes.
communicated and asked them to read their poetry. If they just click on the link and open the Dear John page, just
Yes,
before the
they can
show
hear them.
starts, it will come up live because that's where it's running from. It's on the
Yeah,
Dear John page live, the Dear John show
yes.
page. Yeah.
Or they can catch up on it later when they hear the recording,
Yes,
can't
once
they?
it's recorded,
As well.
they can get it. Yeah, once it's recorded. And I mean, quite
Yeah.
absolutely proud of last week. Last week we were something else. One short of 1,600 views for the show for
Woo!
last week.
Amazing.
One short,
Yeah, incredible.
1,599. Wow, absolutely brilliant,
That's incredible.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm really
these are the
delighted
guys
to
that are
hear that.
sharing
That's
it around,
wonderful news.
Christine. It is wonderful news. These
Yeah,
are sharing it around
yeah,
themselves. They're sharing it to their friends, to their friends, and that's how it works. And we're getting more and more
yeah,
people involved, and
definitely.
more
Yeah.
and more people. I've already got 5 for next week.
What, 5 new people?
5 new ones. Yeah, 5 new people for
Five
next
what?
week.
5 new. Yeah, great.
Poets for reading. Yeah.
Great. Yes.
And
Yeah,
that's how
wonderful.
far it's going around. It's going around that quickly to people,
Yeah,
and the
yes.
responses
Must be
are
must be quite
instant,
unique
man.
then.
Yes.
Yeah, I think people are beginning to enjoy hearing poetry read. They don't have that opportunity, I guess. So yeah, it's lovely that we can
No,
do it, isn't it?
that's the beauty of it, and we're all so willing, each and every one of us, yourself, myself, Nina, Marna,
Yeah.
everyone is willing, and others are willing to come on. We had a gentleman last week,
Yeah.
Mike Ristic, who come on and read his poem, and we had a
Yes,
chat.
I was with you. Yes, I was
Absolutely
with
fantastic, and that's what we want. We want them to be involved. It's their community, it's their show. So do the
Yes,
show. I don't mind
right.
sitting here and
It
talking
was
with
great
you.
that you came on.
It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
No, I know you don't.
There's so many are too
Yeah, it
shy
was
to
good to have
stand in
someone
front of
else
the
on.
camera. Hey?
Yes. Well, I really understand that. I was the same myself when I first started to read. I didn't want to be on camera at all at first, if you remember. So I do
I do
understand that people are
indeed.
rather shy about it. But and if they don't want to come on, then we shall read for them. You know.
Of
Oh,
course,
I can
yes, we
see
will read
Jennifer
a poetry.
Polin is just coming.
Polanetsky.
Yeah, I've got one of Jennifer's to read. She's just yeah, but I couldn't say the word.
Oh, is Jennifer come
Yeah, I've
in
got one
now?
of
Oh,
hers
there
to
she
read.
is
Hi,
now. And
Jennifer.
you know
Be reading
what?
your yeah.
All the way from Australia. It must be some strange hour in Australia. You
Yes.
know? Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure
Thank
it
you,
is. Yeah.
Jennifer.
Yeah, great.
Right, go on. I'll let you do the
Right, well, I'll
next one.
read one more first, and then I'm going to read Jennifer's after that. So the next one is from, I think, another new lady called Asoki Kumar Mitra.
Yes.
You've
Asoki
gone
is
dead
in
on me,
India.
John. All right, okay, hello. You're still...
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry, he's in
in
India.
India. So this one's
Christian, yeah.
called In India. Yeah,
He's
yes,
in
that's
India,
right, in
yeah.
India.
Started the
This
poem
is called
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
It's tomorrow, yes.
Yes.
Yes. We seem to have some sort of strange delay going on between us at the moment, John. Yeah, but anyway, here it is, tomorrow.
It must be the internet here.
Here the sky is blue. Sorry?
It's the internet here.
Sorry, did you say something?
It's the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi.
Is it? Okay, right. Right. Okay, I'll start that again then, shall I? Here we go. Tomorrow. Here the sky is blue. Unnamed flower blossoms. It's happening again. Her letters unopened. Nobody knows the aroma.
Steve, can you just hold on a second?
Silky fine. Yeah, there's a bit of noise going on somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, just hold on a sec. He'll be done in a minute.
Sounds like somebody's making the tea.
Yes. Gives me a chance for a drink anyway. Before I melt. I am absolutely melting.
Yes. Yes. Do you want a bit of my fan? You can have some of my fan if you like. Here you go. Does that make you feel better? Does that make you feel better?
Nina said that to me the other day. Yeah. Nina said to me, ask Christine for the land of her fan. And I was going to. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
It's been that bad. Oh,
Has it gone quiet now? Shall I start that again?
We have, what's his name again? Jesse in as well. Jesse's come in. Do you remember Jesse? Jesse Batista?
Okay.
Do you remember
Yes,
him?
I do. Know the name, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I know the name.
And we have a lady called Diane Davis has come in. We've got quite a viewing at the moment. I'm watching the little like counting up. Diane Reid Borges. Diane is in. Yay! Lovely to see you, Diane.
Yeah, that's nice.
Diana's here every week. She doesn't miss a show whatsoever. She's here every single week. Absolutely love when she comes in.
She is. Brilliant.
Oh dear.
Are we still waiting?
Nah, you
Carry
go
on chatting,
now.
John. Have a bit of a
Yes.
chin.
No, you go on. Thank you,
Yeah.
Christine. Thank you for waiting.
Okay, I'll do it again now then. So this is no problem, darling. This is from Asoki Kuma Mitra, and it's called Tomorrow. Here the sky is blue, unnamed flower blossoms. It's happening again. Her letters unopened. Nobody knows the aroma of words. Silky fine hair mixed with aroma of musk. Perhaps a strange destiny in this lonely noon. Birds and crickets chirping. The aroma of dream. Nobody knows when we'll come alive. You speak through the broken window pane. Your words in flaming passions beside the window. Our hearts longing like grass.
Isn't that lovely, short and
That's it.
sweet? Yes, lovely, short and
Yes,
sweet.
very short
Absolutely
and sweet.
beautiful. Yes. And again,
I find a lot of
Asoki is another brand new one as well to the show. It's the first time he's been read, yeah?
I find a lot of the Indian poetry very descriptive in using a lot of scented words. You know, they seem to have this sense of scent a lot in their poetry, aroma and things like that. And so I find that quite interesting in the Indian poetry. Comes a lot.
Yeah, we see a lot of that in Paya Ghosh and Vandita, Darnay. We see a lot of that.
Vandita,
we come across
Vandita,
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Much of it.
Yes,
So do you know what? There's so many.
That's nice.
Wendy Roycroft, it's lovely seeing you here. Wendy was trying to get in. She didn't know how to get in, but I think she's found the link now because she's in with us.
Oh, good. Great. Lovely. So now I'm going to read the one from Jennifer.
You have Jennifer
Polonetsky. Polonetsky, yes, I do. My Fluttering Heart. So here we go, Jennifer. I know you're listening in. I'll do my best for you.
Hold on till I swim. I want to swim first.
Sorry, you're really on delay at my end, John. I'm getting you about 10 seconds after you've said something here.
No, I've no idea. It has to be the internet here. It has to be the Wi-Fi, Christine, because... And I can't change over onto mobile data because I've already gone into the...
Don't worry.
What you may call it, the Wi-Fi.
No, don't worry about it. There's just a bit of a delay. It might disappear. It might disappear when someone else comes on. We'll see. So this is Jennifer Polonetsky's poem, My Fluttering Heart. I want to take a moment to calm my fluttering heart. What is the reason for your rapid fluttering, old heart of mine? She ponders, not quite sure how to answer. I am a fluttering heart in love, she whispers back. I have never felt so out of control, so happy, so lost. I have felt the embrace of my soul's match. I have basked in his warm embrace and lover's touch. My soul's match is not free of ties that hold him fast. Some ties I will embrace as though they are my own, if he lets me. Some ties will set him free once severed and sealed. The mountain road in front of us is curvy, and the path is sometimes obscured from view. Oh, my fluttering heart, be calm and have faith. The soul's pull will keep your love strong. You may need to set him free to realize that strength. Don't cry, my fluttering heart. You are not broken. You have the steady, strong beat of a love that is endless. But he must see your beauty in his own way and in his own time. He does not wear a poet's hat or carry the note of the hypnotic crooner, but his claim on my heart is of the most powerful pull. I have a moment of clarity that says, no, I am drowning in this love. My fluttering heart takes off again. Be still, my fluttering heart. What are you scared of? I am scared of losing his warm embrace and lover's touch. Oh, have faith in yourself, I whispered to her. You deserve to have it all. You are worth more than to be loved halfway. You should be raised higher than all the other flowers in the garden. Your sweet nectar should only be offered in calm clarity of certain knowledge, the knowledge that your fluttering self is indeed loved.
Wow. I'm beginning to get a flutter here. Wow, that is beautiful.
Lovely, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, very
I'm a
beautiful.
sucker.
Definitely.
What am I called?
Is he still making his tea, your
I'm a
friend?
fool. Making, yeah. With a hammer, a chisel, and a screwdriver.
It is a bit like that. Yeah, it's coming across quite loud here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope it's not spoiling the poetry,
Absolutely.
but
What can we do? What can we do?
I think
We
people
need
are
a
able to hear it.
studio.
No,
We need to speak to the BBC.
Are you at work?
No.
Yeah.
I'm at
Are you
home.
actually at work?
I'm at home at the minute. Yeah, I'm at the flat.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'll go on to another one then. And this one is from Matthew Pollock. And there was a note attached to this one that I'll actually read out for you so that the listeners know where he's coming from, perhaps. It says, if women farmers had the same access to resources as men, the number of hungry people in the world could be reduced by up to 150 million. And his poem is called Wasteful. 800 million. That's 1 in 9, starving alone while you and me dine. Undernourished, so tired and worn, so many wishing he had never been born. 3 million kids who starve every year. Back for seconds, I am catching your ear. 30-year war, numbers almost the same, wasteful in ignorance, just totally insane. 1 in 6 underweight, developing trend, Africa and Asia. How can we defend first world order, growing our waste? Don't know about you, leaves a bad taste. Women farmers need access to tools, problem reduced, we are all such fools. A lesson to chew when feeling well fed, the world fades away, so many are dead.
That's when I got it in Messenger, when I received it from Matthew. I read it, and wow, it kicked like a mule.
Yeah.
I think it kicked like a mule because of its reality. I mean, we can look over just my generation, look over Africa, and from the time I went to junior school right to now, nothing has changed. If anything, it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Rather than better. It's like the forgotten
in many
place.
places.
Absolutely horrific. Beautiful piece,
Yeah.
Matthew, for the sincerity. Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So you've still out on me now, or have I still out on you?
Johnny P. Lee.
I can't tell.
Hello, Johnny, if you're there.
Terrible.
I don't know whether you are. One that I read.
I'm here, all right.
A few weeks ago with basically just one rhyme at the end of each line. So he's obviously been experimenting with this medium for a while. And this one's called In the Garden. I'm just going to adjust my seating here. It's called In the Garden by Johnny P. Lee. In the trickling, flaming garden I sit, as butterflies and bees flirt and flit, sucking nectar, kissing with true grit around a blossomed crowd, bit by bit, overcoming scavengers by insects' wit. Buzzing melodies surpassing a top hit, rendering local musicians ready to quit. Hurrying back to their royalties they spit, churning out royal jelly in the deep, dark pit, doubling up as night guards just to stay fit. Pursue an unending task beyond the crit. Survival of the species lays set the bait. Adopt the stance, posing an invincible gait. Decorate the garden in this their daily frit. I ponder, I contemplate as I duly sit.
Oh. It's like sitting in the Garden of Eden, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolutely beautiful. I love,
very
I love
Johnny.
when the imagery is just pinned to the piece, and your
Yeah,
mind can just flow, can't it? Just take its own route. Love it.
yes,
Build
yes, it
pictures from
can.
words. Wow, absolutely. Pictures from words.
Yeah,
I have a poem tonight, Christine. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you've not finished, of course, but before you do,
I've got one
yeah,
more.
I know
Yeah,
you got more.
just one.
I have
Yeah, so
I have a mystery
you go.
poem tonight, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I have a mystery one. I'm just looking through this now to try and find it. We have a mystery one tonight because we said we would do a mystery one every week, didn't we? We said we put
Yes,
one
we
in
did.
every week, and we have one here. But I don't actually have a title for it. The title isn't important, really, is it? The poem is the most important piece.
Mm, mm.
And I'm gonna read this one to you guys all out there. There's plenty of you out there. I see the numbers are climbing. And let's say we've had this poetess on before. So you should be at least a little familiar to the sounds of how they write. So let's see if we can get a guess on this. You too, Christine. See if you can guess who it is. We'll guess who it
Okie dokie.
is. I know who it is
Yep.
because I have to because I'm reading it, yeah? So I know who it
Yeah, of
is.
course you do.
Everybody else, get ready for a guess on who this is. You're wrong, Marina,
Okay.
already. Ha! Hello, Asoki. Good to see you in here. And Ina, how are you? Are you ready now? Here's our mystery,
I'm ready for you.
right?
Yeah.
I watch the silent language of your body. Something exquisite passes through me. The contours of your face betray a thoughtful man, struggling to find reason in the midst of ecstasy. Your deep smiling eyes, sky blue, pierce my flesh with their intensity. You are so beautiful in your quietness. Gotta check what colour my eyes are. Somewhere within the depths of me, I sense the caress of your quivering hands. Good God, this is getting very vibrational. Cascading over my vulnerable form, my eyes transfixed by their movements. Your Viking like frame captures and holds me in a spell of electrifying sensitivity. You are so beautiful in your quietness. My eyes have stolen this gift from you. You steal away from the range of my gaze. Your hidden, indefinable mystery pervades me, stirring again my desire, left unquenched. I anxiously wait and watch for the dawn, longing for more of this delicious agony. You are so beautiful in your quietness. Wow. Blood pressure, heart racing here. Viking, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I can't, I can't actually see you anymore. You've stilled out on me, so I've just got a frame of your picture at the
Can you hear
moment.
me?
So I can hear
Well,
you,
that's
yes, but I
safer
can't
for you.
see
You
you.
won't have nightmares, don't worry.
So you've just chilled out. You've just chilled out for some reason.
So long as we still have
So,
audio, we're doing all right. So did I get to, did you
yeah.
hear the whole poem?
Yes, I
Yeah?
did. I can hear you perfectly, but the picture's just stilled out for some reason, so I don't
Well,
know
there
what's
you
going on.
go.
But
Enoch Clendenny.
we've obviously got the gremlins are in
They
again
are
tonight,
tonight, and they're
obviously.
always in with me. Enoch Clendenny, yeah, you've just,
Yeah?
this poem has just set her ablaze. She's put wow with a big fire.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely brilliant. Imagine what it's done to me here, Ina. I'm in the room reading it, slowing
Mm.
down. It's getting there.
Uh-huh.
So that's your guess by
Wait and
the
see.
end of the show, and it is not Myrna Chris Edridge. I am sorry, it is not Myrna's poem, not this one. So you've got one from me, Christine.
So we've all got to guess, have we now? Right, okay. Well, I'll read my last one then,
Yeah.
and then this is the one from Debbie Kingsmith, and this one's called Jewel. This is another lovely one of hers. I'm laying on the little bridge over my wee fairy pond, listening to the tiny croaking frogs, the whir of dragonfly wings, and the wind blow through the leaves overhead. The water flows down its mercurial path, falling, falling, falling. I am drifting away, hypnotized, mesmerized. Suddenly I'm startled by a puzzling splash. Through my half-open lids, I see, perched on the edge of the waterfall, flickering her brilliant tail in the tumbled, frothy water, a spectacularly small mermaid. All emerald, ruby, amethyst, turquoisely silver blue, her bright metallic body sizzles in the glinting sun. She smiles mischievously and flops into the water again. An ethereal sapphire, materializing from my sublimal vision. I continue to drift.
Wow, I'm drifting here. I'm absolutely drifting. I love poetry.
It's lovely.
Her poetry is beautiful. Wow.
It really is. Yeah, very magical.
Isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Very magical.
Wow. Okay, I've got to clear something up here, Christine, because I think I got something wrong. Just by the comments going up, you know Ina Clendenny.
No, I don't know that name actually.
I know you don't, and I'll tell you why you don't. Because it's Ina.
Oh right, yeah.
Ina
oh yes,
Clendenny.
we had this discussion.
Yeah. It's just two different people
Ina,
from my tongue. You know what I mean? Sorry, Ina.
Yes.
Ina. I will call you Ina from now on. No, she said no.
There's no.
It's Ina.
Ina. Yes, I remember we had it on last week. Tina's in love, she says. Nina's in love, she says.
With Debbie Klingelsmith, of course. Wouldn't you know it? With Debbie Klingelsmith.
Yeah.
No hope for the wicked. You're welcome, Ina. You're absolutely welcome. I got something right at last, Christine. What do you think?
There you go, darling. You did well. Praise.
Yeah, took a lot of hints, though, didn't it, really?
Takes a few weeks to get you sorted, but you get there.
I get there. I do get there, eventually.
We keep bullying you along and you get there in the end, so you're fine.
Oh, you guys are getting to know me so well. Wow.
Yeah. We love you for it, though, John. Wouldn't have you any other way.
I'm as lucky as hell, me, really.
You are. All these lovely women adoring you, aren't you? Lucky.
I don't even have an answer for that.
Getting hot around the collar, is it?
Oh, God, it's gone right through the collar. On fire here. Wow. Oh, Christine, thank you so much for this.
You're welcome, my love.
And there are absolutely beautiful comments going up there for the way you've read the poem. You've read it beautifully again this week. Thank you.
I'm delighted. Enjoyed it. I'm a bit stuttery today, I feel, but yeah, a little bit. My brain's a little bit dead at the moment. There's a lot going on just at the moment, so I'm a bit stuttery today, I feel, but I hope I've done the poets justice.
Oh, absolute justice, and that's just from the poets themselves. That's without our input. The what you may call it, the wider the community is growing, the more access we have to more poetry, of course, yeah? And the growth is beginning to show, even from poets that have been read past, and the way they've moved on to the next platform and the next level of their poetry coming through. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. And that's why it's such a pleasure for us to read.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is. Nina says I don't have to start you off, otherwise we'll never get you settled for the night.
That's it. When you see when it gets to midnight. Oh, Christine, have a beautiful week ahead. And thanks a million for coming.
I will do, darling.
And I'll have to go and see if I can get Thilo on the camera, because she wasn't available when I went for the add-on first off. It was just yourself and Casey. I think were the only two names that were available.
Mine is there, of
now.
course.
I'm going to see how I can grab mine, I think. I might. I'm thinking about it, like I said. I'm only thinking about it.
But when you cut me off, I'm going to cut off for a second and go back on again, because, as I say, you've completely stilled out on me. So I'll go out and come back in again, see if I can't get you that way.
Well, we'll find out once still on.
Keep an eye on you.
You've got to keep an eye on me, Christine. I'm not safe allowing me. Good God.
No, definitely. Yeah.
The danger's a job.
Now that I've lost you, I think you're hiding from me on purpose.
Oh, yeah. I'm just staying out of camera shot now. That's it.
You are. I've had the same mugshot now for about 20 minutes, so it's getting a bit boring.
Oh, don't say that. Not never. Christine, have a wonderful week ahead. And take care.
Will do, darling.
Catch you next Sunday.
Will do.
Bye,
everybody. See you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Well, there it is, Christine Barker. Again, 7 beautiful poems there tonight, and thank you to all 7 poets for submitting them to the show. I'm absolutely beside myself here. This is absolutely wonderful. And like I said to Christine, the wider the community is growing, and it's you guys that grow this community, not me. You do it yourselves. You're sharing it. That's what we need. So let's see. What have I got on this now? Now, Tilo, you're taking the again. You're not there. I can't add you. After this lady comes on, to get yourself up on the screen. Again now, here I go. When I move just another little bit. There you go. Mine, I did 3 Badger. How the
Hello.
devil are you?
Well, hot?
Oh, you're hot all right, girl. You're hot.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean hot temperature, hot.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I might be hot too, I don't know.
It's like that here as well, you know.
Oh, it's been, I mean, when you actually wait for it to rain, maybe a little bit.
Oh.
But yesterday I was peeling some ball crab, and I'm sitting outside because I don't want to peel them in the house, and I could see the clouds coming, and I'm like, okay, God, wait until I'm done. Wait until I'm done. Wait until I'm done. He waited until I was done.
Wow. Here, put a word in for me with him, will you?
Okay, I will. Rain.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty warm out there right now.
Yeah, today we're 32, 33. It's absolutely
Yeah, but I don't know if that works with, because we do the Celsius.
Yeah. So what are you on? You about 106?
No, we're probably at 90 degrees and probably heat index of 106. Yeah, you got about that right.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, Charlotte, sorry to hear you're not feeling too good. Love you loads, girl. Get better soon. Sorry, Marna, go on.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm just waiting.
Oh dear. So, how was your week?
It was okay. It was quiet. Just I was busy on the website, but other than that, it was okay. Except for it being hot. Got my lawn work done, and like I said, my son brought me boiled crabs. Well, he gets here and he knocks on the door, scared the life out of me. So I opened the door and there he is, and he says, "Have you eaten supper?" And I went, "Yeah." And he says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna bring this back home." I'm like, "Bring what back home?" He goes, "Well, look in the bag." I looked in the bag. It was boiled crabs. I said, "Oh no, you're not bringing that back home. Those
Not
are
a
mine.
chance.
They're mine now."
Oh, I'd have done exactly the same thing, Marna.
Yeah, that was Friday. I didn't peel them until yesterday because it was kind of late. Yeah.
Yeah. But after having supper already, you wouldn't have enjoyed them really, would
Yeah,
you?
well, and like yesterday, that way because I love to take them and mix it up with some diced tomatoes and pour it over pasta. Oh my God.
Yeah. Now, Wendy, it's not ball crab, it's boiled crab.
Yeah, it's boiled crab.
Yeah.
That's the way we Cajuns say it. It's bald.
Oh.
That's our accent. This is
So,
the accent.
so am I back on camera?
Huh?
Am I back on camera or am I still a blank screen?
No, you're on camera. I see
I'm on
you.
camera, am I? There you go.
Hello. See?
Good. Hello, Marina.
I see you waving at me. I almost changed my mind about one poem I was going to read. I'll explain later.
And you didn't?
No.
You should always trust your gut instinct, Marina.
Well, no, I'll read it another time because you'd be chuckling.
Will I? Really?
Mm-hmm. If I would have read that one, yeah.
Okay then. I'll take your word for it.
Oh, you would.
Christine's back with us now. She's back on. Don't blame me for your nightmares, Christine Barker. Don't blame me for your nightmares.
Yeah, go ahead and blame him.
Go on.
Sorry, it just slipped out.
How many have you got tonight?
I have 5.
No, you don't. You've only got 3 now. I've cut 2. Yeah, I
Huh?
just cut 2 out. I just cut 2 out now. You can only have 3. That's it now. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna jump and play for the other side and bat me out.
Wait, so now I have to decide what I'm going to read?
Yeah,
That's not nice.
I know it's not. It's
Okay,
not
well,
nice.
I'm not reading mine then.
Are you know? Okay, you can have 5. Go on.
Okay, I figured you'd say that.
Thank you, Diane.
I'm going to start with our 2 new ones.
Hello, Janice Fisher. Sorry, go on.
I said I'm going to start with one of our new ones.
Yes.
His name is Adam E. I don't know if it's pronounced Crotts or Croats. It's Crotts.
I'm gonna
And
say
the
Crots and get it wrong. How's that?
I don't know. Give me a hard
Go
time.
on.
Go ahead. Give me a hard time.
Marna's bullying me. I'll have you know, Nina Tilo.
It can work. Don't worry. I got 2 boys. I got a daughter and 2 boys. Yeah, it can
Thank
work.
you,
Don't worry.
Janice. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you're gonna bully me instead. Go on. Listen. Look. The size of that shoulder. You can take it. Go on. Lash in. I've just come back from
Okay.
the gym. So go on. Plaster it up.
The name of the poem is Tears. I promised myself no more fears, no more tears. Let me start over. Tears. I promised myself no more tears, no more fears, no more broken heart, no more falling in love. I broke that promise. If I didn't have her, I wouldn't need to be alive myself. She is the beat of my heart, the air I breathe, the soul inside of me. There will be more tears for me to cry, but instead of pain, it will be joy inside. She has taught me how to live again, showed me love I've never seen, proved to me some people are real and that love is a big deal. So as the tears roll down, I wipe them from her face, and we both open our hearts to what was once only an empty space.
Wow.
I
Wow.
know.
And that's a newbie.
Yes, that's a
Newbie. And that shows you how far this is going out, Marna. That shows you how many poets are willing to share the words. And I mean, somebody will need to hear words like that today. They've been waiting. Yeah. Oh, absolutely
And for
brilliant.
me to read a love poem, this one really touched me. Really, really
Yeah, you
touched me.
could tell by the emotion in your voice there when you were reading it, actually.
Yeah,
Beautiful. You read that beautiful, Marna. Thank you.
thank you. Okay, now the next one, I'm going to read my 2 newbies first. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The next newbie is by a poet named Mark Blue. That's his pen name. And the name of the poem is Bleeding Blue. You're going to love this one. Okay, here goes. Bleeding Blue. Some people say I'm a poet. I write what we don't want to read. My feelings are real and I show it. It's onto this paper I bleed. My writing's a thing that I do. I write what I feel and I think. The things I believe that are true. I bleed from this pen through the ink. Tonight I'm expressing my soul and placing my heart in your hands. I fearfully give you control and hope that someone understands. Tonight I am bleeding out blue and not just the ink from my pen. I'm writing to show you what's true. I finally found freedom again.
Wow. Marna, isn't it amazing? We've all sat down and read a poem on the pages, and you can tell when a poet has poured their blood into the ink to get
Mm-hmm.
the message there, not for themselves, but for the reader to find comfort, peace, inspiration, or anything else within. It is
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely massive, and that's one of those poems that is so passionately written. It's
I,
unbelievable.
I read that and I'm like, okay, that's got to be one of them. Please, please, please say yes, say yes, say yes.
Oh, that's the description of the poet in the best way for what they do to strive to get a piece together, to share
Mm,
it out to the many. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Mark.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Nina.
Mark.
You read it again
Thank,
beautifully.
thank you, Mark, for allowing me to read it. And again, to Mark and Adam, I just hope I did their pieces justice because both of them deserve to be read.
Well, from this end, you've done them great justice.
Well, thank you. Now I'm gonna. God, I hate to call them oldies because one of these writers, I'm gonna get in trouble for calling her an oldie, but that's okay. I'll hear about it later if I can say that. When I tell
Go
you
on.
who it, I mean the rest of them. When I say who it is, because you know who it is. Believe me, I'll hear about it if I call her an oldie. Um, but my next one is from Keith Forsyth, and it's called The Beast. Now, I don't usually read stuff like this, but I love Keith's work, so this is good. The Beast by Keith Forsyth. The livid beast crunches low, a crimson fire in hardened eyes, tensed and ready for the kill. Such a curse to see through evil lies. He stands there, hands clenched, teeth grinding in barely checked restraint, teetering on the brink. He knows this is the final straw, the dam crumbling away. In this moment, reality is suspended. Molten rage explodes, the torrent unleashed. Once more, the berserker, kaleidoscopic flashes of battle flood his overwhelmed thoughts. The demon upset unleashes the apocalypse. Apocalypse. Okay, gosh. Sorry about that. I'll say that again. The demon of Set unleashes the apocalypse. Moments or hours later, he is not sure. Bleary eyes or bloody hands. See bloody hands. Broken bodies strewn in unnatural positions. Dropping to the gray ground, to the gory, dropping to the gory ground, on his knees, arms thrown wide in supplication. A horror-filled scream explodes from parted lips, gibbering with terror. Gibbering with terror. I might have to read this again. As the heat within lays satiated, hiding once more. I'm sorry.
Are you reading it again?
Huh?
Are you reading it again?
Thank you. No, my screen was kind of jumping, and it was like going, "What in the world is going on?" My
Well,
computer must
Let's do it. Cut, and you go again.
Okay. The Beast. The livid beast crouches low, a crimson fire in hardened eyes, tensed and ready for the kill. As such a curse to see through evil lies, he stands there, hands clenched, teeth grinding in barely checked restraint, teetering on the brink. He knows this is the final straw, the dam crumbling away. In this moment, reality is suspended. Molten rage explodes, the torrent unleashed. Once more, the berserker, kaleidoscopic flashes of battle flood his overwhelmed thoughts. The dreams of Set unleashes the apocalypse. Moments or hours later, he is not sure. Bleary eyes see bloody hands, broken bodies strewn in unnatural positions, dropping to the gory ground, on his knees, arms thrown wide in supplication. A horror-filled scream explodes from parted lips, gibbering with terror, as the beast within lays satiated, hiding once more.
That is intense. That is
Yeah,
intense, without a
that
shadow
might have
of
been
doubt.
why my computer screen was jumping.
We just had another new gentleman in our Lady It's Somebody. Ruma Hazarika has just come in, associated with Asoki Kumar Mitra. It's one of Asoki's friends, yeah?
All right.
You read that beautifully. Thank you, Marna.
Yeah, second time around. Thank you.
Hey. Doesn't matter if it's first time, second time, 10th time. Okay?
Okay.
You showed the utmost respect to the poet and to the piece to go and read the second time, yeah? Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Marna.
Because I do not want to do anything to hurt Keith's feelings. I mean, I
Yeah.
enjoy work.
And I'm sure Keith will appreciate when he sees the video that you have done so.
Okay. Now the next one, the
So,
reason why I
do you want me to
say,
read you one in between? Well, I'll read you a little poem and give you a little
okay,
breather for a second. Yeah? I found a gentleman named Chris Page last week, another new poet, yeah?
mm-hmm.
And he had sent me 3 poems, but unfortunately we can't read 3 from the same poet in the one day. It's not possible. So we selected one from, and I asked Chris to send it me. So Chris, your poem is She Was a Soldier Girl. She was a soldier girl, fought her demons every day. Hard battles. She has stripes on her arm to prove each battle she has fought and won, and a few she lost. She says if she had wings, she would fly free. But please, soldier girl, don't be in a hurry to leave us yet. Your work here is not done, and you again have more battles to face and win. Maybe one day in the far future, God will give you your wings you crave, and you will be free forever. No more battles to fight. Peace at last. That's Page. You, Chris.
Short, but like you said, intense.
Yes, again, another intense. That's 2 intense ones in a row. But, wow, we come across a lot of people that we've heard from or seen find it very hard to handle this world and the situation it finds itself in and everything else. And it is horrible. I've come across a lot of self-harming. This is just from my own son's school. People that self-harm. And it is horrific to think that our youth are self-harming themselves because of adult actions and inadequacies. God.
And for me, it's really hard because I have a psychology degree, and when I hear the horror stories, my mind immediately goes to the reasons why. And in this day and age, the reasons why are usually uh, horrific on their own.
I have a quote from you, Marna, that I will be reading at the end of the show. It's one of your
Okay.
two quotes you've sent me. And it actually
Say, you know,
relates.
I always say that God speaks to me and gives me the words to write. Yesterday, he spoke to me quite a bit because he gave me 4 quotes.
Well, I've got one of them tonight. Chris Page, you're most welcome. Thank you for submitting your poem to me, and I really, really mean that sincerely. But your quote tonight, one of your two quotes, Marna, for tonight, actually come back towards the poem in a sense. You'll know what I mean when I read the quote. You know which one I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, what can I say? The poetry is brilliant,
It's
brilliant.
just that one hit me right in the heart, Chris. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm gonna get a second one out of it. That's my second one now, isn't it? I've got 3 left. I have to hold down for being with
Okay, I
Nina.
have one more
Have
of
you
the
got
old.
one left? Is it
I
or
got oldie and then mine.
yes? So who have you got next?
The reason I said I'm going to be in trouble for calling her oldie because it's Heather Hazlitt.
I know who it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
and here's the thing is that I'm the old 20, she's the little 20. And the fact that I said called her older, I'm going to hear about this.
Go on then.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll survive. She'll just pick at me a little bit about how old I am.
And so she should.
Oh, shut up. You're older. The name of the poem this is from Heather Hazlitt. The name of the poem is Shades of Blue. Do you notice kind of a theme here almost? Just happened that way. I've read Bleeding Blue, now Shades of Blue. Shades of Blue. I am lighter now and finally feeling free, despite the hurt this ending caused me. That stagnant stay in the mundane gray disappeared as the blues washed it away. Somehow it became a welcome change. Far too long the situation seemed strange. No passionate purple or love's deep red hue, marooned in the unspoken secrets kept by 2. Rescued at last, found truth set me free. Answered were questions, stealing colors from me. Enveloped in the deep blue, sadness brings, yet relieved to rediscover feelings, colors sing. In this moment, as the hurt's hold fades, experiencing the sadness in varying shades, as the rainbow's hues start peeking through, hope begins to color me a happier shade of blue.
Wow. Well, it's like one of those you lose it all and gain the rest. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow, wow. I've just had heart flutters, heartbreak and heart flutters again. I'm gonna end up with a really super constitution after this show. I really am.
Yeah, I know what this piece is about, and let me tell you, she I was gobsmacked. I mean, I don't know whichever way to put it. I just because I know what it's about, so that would really. I mean, I'm sure you can tell by reading it, by hearing it, what it's about. But oh my God, when I read "Happier Shade of Blue," oh jeez, I'm like going, wow.
Oh man, that was absolutely gorgeous. That was
And I'll
absolutely
tell you
gorgeous.
how she did this, because I'm hosting a challenge right now, and it's a fill in the blank challenge. I give them part of a phrase, and I can put a blank at the beginning, the middle, or the end. Well, I put one in the middle, and the phrase that I used was color blank blue, and her thing was color me blank blue, and it was she used color well, me a happier shade of blue. So that's why I saw that and I went, oh, okay, I got to read this one.
Wow. Wow. Have a look at David Wagner's comment on we say feeling blue because a Royal Navy ship that lost crew painted a blue ring on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So the blue ring is for the loss.
Yeah, I know.
So you said
My
you,
my my son-in-law and my son were both in the Navy, so I know about that ritual. What that,
yeah.
that they.
So
Yeah, I said that I have one.
you have one of your own.
Yes, and now
Let,
you'll notice the theme.
let me get comfortable first. I want to be comfortable listening to this.
You'll notice the theme, and I didn't mean to do it that way. It just happened.
So this is the one you were going to change and not read for something else that you're going to read later.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Lisa Flowers. Hedrick, how are you? Welcome in. And welcome in, David.
I can't find it. Hang
Why,
on.
why, why did
Wait,
I,
I can get it. I can get it. I can get it. Don't even go there with me.
why did I expect this? I had this expectation. Mine is
I'm
going to
getting
take
it right now. I'm getting it right now. Hush up.
another week to find the poem. I don't
I
believe this.
got it right here. Oh my goodness gracious. Are you ready?
I'm Irish. Yeah, go on.
Well, I'm Cajun, so you know what? Yeah. Like I said, if you don't know somebody's if you don't not sure if someone's Cajun, just get them a little bit upset. You'll know in about 2 seconds.
Of course you will. You do it to me all the time, don't you?
Shut up. Okay, this is my poem, Color Me. You color me in midnight shadowlands and mysteries, and let cerulean ink flow within rushing tides. You brush me with strokes of Prussia, columbine, and cornflower. You dust me in denim's comfort, and let whispers of indigo shiver across my skin. You sketch me into azure mornings, and flood me with sapphire twilights. You quench my thirst with waters electric. You, my creator, my master artist, paint me with your faith, and my spirit with your wisdom. You color me in blue.
Who wrote that?
Oh, I don't know. Some lady from, her name is Myrna something. I don't know.
Oh, that is beautiful. If she comes back to you, just tell her that is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, if
I
she
love
comes,
imagery. You know this. I absolutely love imagery and I love colors and I love descriptions in
but
words.
you know
Wow.
what the weirdest part about that, guys, is that out of all the colors, because I mean, with my vision,
Yeah.
colors are not easy for me. Blue is the hardest color for me to see, and yet I write that.
And you describe it absolutely, even better than it actually looks, Marina, at the best of times, girl. I've said this to you before. Even better than it looks, even to the naked eye.
When I wrote that, I'm like going, that's not too bad considering I can't see many colors in blue because I'm always, is it blue or green? Is it blue or purple? Because I can't really tell.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yet, if I'm like right now wearing a blue shirt, of course, my favorite color in the world is blue.
I see. Hold on. I'll just change me short now. Just give me a second.
It's so bad. But no, a little bit about the poem that I want to read on a later show. It's called Just a Few Words. I think I posted it on your page. And it's a tongue-in-cheek, it's a tongue-in-cheek look at writing, but using the like verbs, adverbs, pronouns, and let's just say that, yeah.
Well, it's no use in me reading it without Google's help, is it?
No, but I was going to let you read it, but I didn't know if you'd be able to get
Well,
through without
I
that
don't know
line.
what a verb is, an adverb, an adjective. I don't know what all them things, and I just know there's words. Minor, you know. I don't understand all that stuff.
Well, then you'd have to Google it after. But when I read the poem, you'd probably get an idea of what it's about.
You sure you want my ideas on it? Really? Am I trustworthy?
I don't know if I want to hear your ideas, but you can get whatever idea you want. That's up to you.
Talk about putting the cat among the pigeons.
You said cat, my cat just meowed.
And I'd heard meow, meow.
You heard You heard her? That's my kitty.
Well, Marna, you have been an absolute delight again. 5 beautiful reads.
I'm sorry I messed up on the one.
Hey. There's no... It was read the second time. It doesn't matter if it's read 3 times, 4 times. I don't mind. I'm sure the poet doesn't mind. Yeah? All respect to everybody.
Well, you know me. I'm my own worst critic. I am probably... I'm a perfectionist, but only with my stuff,
Yes. Well, I'm not going to allow you to criticize yourself in such circumstances, okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
God called him sir. Don't get used to it.
I won't.
I would think.
Nina will make sure I don't get used to it, don't you know it?
Yeah, she's got my back.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the comment.
It weighs about 7.5 pounds. It's 2x4 in size and width. Yeah.
Huh?
She threatens me with it, yeah, all the time. Plank.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, I'm not calling. See, she's back like a shot. I'm not calling him sir. It's a family-friendly program. I'm not allowed to repeat what she does call me.
Well, no, I can't even say what.
But it starts at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I'm gonna have to text you with the conversation that happened on the bus today, because I don't think you really want me to say it on the show. It's not bad.
Cheers, Lee.
But she was talking about she needed to go by one of the stores to stop by there, and somebody was going to pick her up because the one thing she needed was tissue paper, bathroom paper. Yeah. Well, something slipped out of my mouth, and I'm sorry.
Oh my God, you did not.
Because she said she really needed it badly. So you can imagine I said no, blank. You know what I said.
Please, dear community, do use your imagination. We cannot repeat these words on this program.
No, we can't. But it slipped out before I could stop it. I thought she was going to fall out the bus laughing.
Oh my God.
She goes, leave it to you.
You are going to have to tell us in the comments. It doesn't seem so bad when it's written. Do it poetically, please.
Yeah, well, okay. Let's just say, I'll let her take a hit when I said no blank. Okay, it rhymes.
I know. Ace. Absolutely ace.
Sorry, God. And this is the thing. She says this on the way back from church. And she looks at me. She goes, and we just left church. I said, he understands.
Oh, Marna.
He understands. Don't worry. It's all good.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Marna Dupree Badger, thank you millions for being here with me tonight. Well, and I look forward to next week. And listen, like I said to you, you don't have to keep asking me, is it okay to read this, that, or the other. You contact your poets, yeah?
Okay.
The only thing we all have to keep in mind is when we're out there searching, we have to search for poets that are not read every week. Everybody needs a platform, and we'll spread the platform. They will always come back round, and we will find a poem. Mm-hmm. to play again of theirs and read again, yeah?
Yeah,
There you go, Myrna. You're adopted if you want to be adopted.
I'm adopted by who?
Nina.
Oh, thank you, Nina.
Myrna, can I adopt you, it says.
Yes, you can.
Well,
Can I call you mommy? No.
oh God. Oh God.
Considering she's probably younger than two of my children.
Be careful what you wish for, woman. Be careful what you
No,
wish
that's
for.
okay. I like I said, I got two boys that, especially my youngest son, um, he calls me and tells me jokes that he made up. And of course he knows I'm like, oh, yeah, you got me there. Well, I figured you would, you brat.
That's another thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna go searching for a couple of jokes again. I used to do jokes when we first started off. I think a little bit of a
Oh, I'm gonna have to
controversy.
get him to send me some because you would
Yeah.
die laughing. And they're puns. They're kind of like the punny jokes. But I mean, I don't even know where this boy. I mean, well, I do know where he gets it, but I keep
Yeah.
telling him that, and he goes, "Mommy, that's so afraid." That's the only time he'll ever call me mommy. He'll go, "Mommy, that scares me."
Oh, thank you, David Wagner. Great show, David said. We appreciate that very, very much. Marna,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go and see if I can
he's the
find
one I'm
Nina.
in too.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find your new mother somewhere on the
Oh, that's
show
okay. That's okay. That's fine.
and get her to read something. And
Yes,
you
you
are
are.
an absolute jewel in the crown of this show.
Oh, thank you.
And I
I
look
just
forward to seeing you
love
again
what I do
next
here.
Sunday.
I
Yes.
love what I do here. If I can bring any poet, any writer to the forefront and have their stuff read, I'll gladly do that because that's what it's all about.
Exactly. And that's what that goes for the whole lot of us.
Yes, I
Absolutely
mean,
for the whole lot of
they
us.
write from the heart and we read from the heart. So I'll gladly do it anytime.
Marna, have a beautiful week ahead.
You too.
See you on Sunday.
Oh, and no doctor's appointments again this week. Yay!
Excellent. Yes, things are looking up.
Yeah, not until July. That's when I got to go to the eye doctor. Oh, but no dilation this time. Woohoo! Yes. All
Oh
right.
my God.
I
Guys,
know. I'm
get your
celebrating, y'all.
seat belts ready for next week.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely get them ready because next week Marna's back. Marna, see you next Sunday. Love
And
you to
next week,
bits.
I'm gonna read that poem, and I'm gonna send you a link to Google so you can go look up all the words.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I
Yeah.
figured you would. Have a great week, everybody. Love you all, and thank you for putting up with me.
Love you loads. We'll put up with you every week. Have a great week
Okay,
ahead, Marna. Bye
you
bye,
too.
hon.
Bye bye.
Bye. Marna the pre-banter. What can I say, guys? What can I say? So much joy to the show. Absolutely always has a big, huge smile for us. Absolutely big, huge smile. And again, like I said, we don't have Nina Tila. We can't get Nina on because Nina, it does not say add beside your name. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here because if there's no ad beside your name, I can't get you in. And that's not good enough every week, Nina. You got to do something and keep this going. Every week I have to try and keep coming looking for you. I mean, what have you done, woman? No, still no Nina Tilo. Still no Nina Tilo. Still no Nina Tilo. No, I've got Christine. I've got Eva Marie. And that's it. I don't have anybody else. There's no Nina Tilo. And it's too late now to send your poems because I'm not going through all that. No, still no ad. What is happening to this phone? It is messing me about something terrible tonight. Here we go. Still no Nina Tilo. Sigh. Yeah, so you should sigh. You've got me hanging here like a cradle. I can't even remember what I've read now. I've forgotten. So I'm gonna move on now, and I'm gonna go to Jeff Schluning. Myrna is a treasure, an absolute treasure. Oh, being very secretive, Christine. Being very, very secretive. She's gonna go out and come back in again. Don't bang the door, woman. Close it gently. I'm gonna go to Jeff Schluning, and his poem is called Ask Now. Ask now, in the unshining darkness of humanity, where flowers no longer sell their vivid dreams of fragrance and colourful explosions, lives the demons of our consciousness, feeding on the fallen that walk dead. But I is still blinking with thoughts of where life might have landed. It's here in these musty caverns that the decaying spirit can begin living, making the choice to burn themselves. Being reborn, a force stronger than the dark that has owned them since birth. No longer the slave of defeat and doubt. No longer eating the scraps of a life once thought only fantasy. All within the reach of each blind creature willing to ask themselves one simple question. Are you happy? Go on then. Ask yourself the question, are you happy? And as soon as you say no, have a look at somebody else and think, wow, they got a smile. Does that mean they're happy? I don't think so, really. And God, Nina, this is getting crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was missing you, terrible. Where was it?
I don't know what you do. It cannot be me. It's you.
It is you. Well, you're the one that went out and came back in, and it was there. And
Well, I don't know, but I just like to keep you on your toes, really.
yeah, that was on me toes, me heels, and me head, all at once.
And that's without your tablet.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Didn't even need to be the gym for that.
I shouldn't wind you up today, should I?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't take the tablet. It's fine.
No, exactly. You didn't take the tablet.
And I've had to read Jeff all on my own.
Oh, bless. Well, I couldn't have done it for you, could I? What am I supposed to do?
No, but what a partner in crime you really are. Wow. Yeah. Goodness me. Do you know, I've got to start keeping count of who I'm reading. I forget who I've read now. I know I've read Jeff, and I've read Chris, and I've done the mystery poem. So I'm okay now. So I'm back to normal now.
Are you going to talk
How are you?
about the mystery poem? And because a couple of people guessed, but it's not been mentioned since. Are you going to say who it was now?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. You donkey.
What was that poem that was read out a few minutes ago? The Beast.
The Beast.
The Beast.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was a corker, wasn't it?
Oh, wasn't it? Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Intense.
Yeah.
Is that Keith Forsyth?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, very good.
Wow.
You all right then?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. How are you?
Tired. Sunburn.
Sorry, guys. I have her overworked. She's got loads for tonight, believe me.
No, it's from being in the garden for the last 2 days. We chose this weekend to decide to empty the shed, you know, as you do in 32 degrees.
Yeah. So you've been doing a lot of shedding, have you?
Sorry.
Terrible.
Let's not go there. I now have the tidiest shed in the town. I even hoovered it. And I know you laughed at me when I said that.
I did.
But you could live in my shed now. It's amazing.
I'll be down Thursday.
Lovely. I'll be gone Wednesday.
That's why I was getting there Tuesday. Yeah, really.
You know, it's when one of those jobs that you keep looking at, you keep thinking, oh, I really should do it. I really should do it. I really should do it. And then you think, right, that's it, I'm going to do it now. And then you think, why
That's
did I ever start this?
that's terribly like my job.
I've nearly killed my entire family. We're all Joshua's laying on his bed, Andy's underneath a fan.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Even the dog's half dead. But we've got a tidy shed, so hey.
Yeah, well, poor old Ratty's going to be loved to death now.
Ratty had a sunbathe today, actually. Ratty was left out in the sun. Yeah. No.
He's trying to sunburn Ratty, is he?
Yeah.
He's dragging him out into the sun.
For those of you who don't know, Ratty is my dog's soft toy. He goes everywhere with this rat in his mouth. It's lovely when you take him for a walk. I've actually had a woman scream because she thought he had a real rat in his mouth. She did. She really did. She leapt off the pavement into the road because she thought he'd got a real rat in his mouth. As if I'd walk a dog with a rat in its mouth. Well, maybe I would.
I'd love to see that.
Oh, honestly.
Next time, carry the camera with you.
It was hilarious. Yeah,
There you go.
life.
Ina, not Ina.
Hey,
The other one.
well
Ina.
done.
Yeah. Ina. Ina said shed party. So what's the story on the shed party?
Shed party.
And
Yeah,
Christine
I've got some
said she's coming over for the holiday.
Lovely.
In your shed.
Lovely.
In your shed.
Nice.
Dude, this could be a great party. This.
I've got some little dragonfly lights, so I'll string them up along the garden. It'll be lovely.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm. I know. Party in my shed. It's not quite as grand as my grandmother's though. My grandmother had a little net curtain in her shed window, so it's not quite that grand.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, I'm not going to yours if there's no curtain in the window.
Yeah, people will see in.
Yeah. God almighty.
Anyway, enough nonsense.
Yeah, come on then.
Let's get on with what we're here for, eh?
How many have you got though?
You can shush.
That's one. I'm going out.
Did you hear my son?
Go on.
He said, "Where's the fun in that?" Come and stick your head.
Oh, come on, Josh.
Hang on, he's coming to say hello. Say hello.
Hello. You alright?
Hey, Joshua. How you doing, lad?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Hey, good, thank you.
He's just on his way.
By the way, yeah, now that you're there, I got a bone to pick now, haven't I? Where's my great list of these new foods?
Talk to him.
Great list. I'm just finishing them off, actually.
You're just finishing them off.
Yes.
I'm going to end up being about 40 stone, built like a brick house.
No, you won't.
He's doing them. He will send them to you.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, yes.
All right, darling. Love you. Right. So we have Catherine Pagano, and I love Catherine's work. It's a mixture of everything, isn't it? But it's one of those ones that always speaks to you. And this is called His Darkness. There in his prison, built within his mind, sits the poet, bleeding ink for his sanity. Long ago he self-imposed a life sentence of isolated presence, never quite wholly into life, never quite wholly out. Survival dictated the masks he wore, sometimes the entertainer, sometimes the philosopher, sometimes the enabler, sometimes the instigator, sometimes the king, sometimes the thief. So sure he was of fooling everyone. But she saw through his guise. She understood his modus operandi. But judgment was not hers to make. The only thing she could do was to shine her light into the darkest places with the wish and hope that one day he would choose to find his way out.
You know, that is, wow, that's burrowing deep.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
one of those ones where you know, again, it's you read into it, don't you? And it's like Chris Page's one. Chris Page's and you know, I knew where Myrna was coming from as well, because Chris Page's one, I have a couple of friends that have had to deal with people self-harming in their family, and Yeah, these ones are really, they hit hard, don't they?
They do, absolutely.
Mm,
It's just like what Eva said, one for Link full of hope.
mm,
And that's the one thing we all seem to need to cling to, isn't it?
yeah,
At some stage, some
yeah.
point, you need to have that light of hope, just a flicker, a glimmer.
But the bit about all the different masks, you know, the different personas that he created to the world, she saw underneath them, but she needed to give him time to come out when he was ready. That's an incredible write. I really enjoyed that one.
We have to, though, at some stages, play the jester, don't we? Whether we're a man or a woman, we have to play the jester at times. We have to play that role. But
Yeah.
we never see that somebody can see underneath your mask, as they say.
No, I know.
They do. Somebody always sees through the mask.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not always necessarily the people that are closest to you, actually, either.
No, exactly.
No, I think if you're that way inclined, if you're quite intuitive and
There you go, using big words again. Hold on, I Google.
Sorry, darling. I'll send it to you later. I think if you're clued into people, I think if you're the type of person maybe that wears their heart on their sleeve, you understand people a little bit better, and you can read between the lines, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
It's what they used to say years ago. A good listener. Somebody who hears. Because words say an awful lot of things more than what they actually intend.
Yeah.
Do you know? They can go beyond their intention. It's
yeah.
how they're said and spoken and how they're heard, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a brilliant start. Thank you, Kath.
Yeah, and then I've got another one here. I don't know how she wants us to. I should have messaged her again actually and said, the name is Kimberly, but I think she writes as a healing heart. So either or really. And it's called Carnage. Very, very short piece, but quite powerful. There is nothing left. You have defleshed my heart, leaving pumping valves to spew blood everywhere. The carnage is real and deepening into my soul. I pull at the remaining pieces of a pumping organ you no longer allow to exist in my skeletal frame. Now sits a hole deeper than the grave I am walking into, seeking a slumber that I never wake from. As the dirt settles on my face and my soul seeks peace, the carnage will continue to thrash at my brain and keep me still. No longer will I have to worry about my heart, for I no longer have one to give.
Wow. Yes, and we've seen so many stories, not just in poetry, of the heart being ripped out of somebody, and simply because they had a kind heart.
Yeah, yeah.
It's being ripped out of them. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Horrible.
You do.
But yet,
how many times can you patch your heart? You know, it's like, I sometimes wish I was a harder person. I sometimes wish I didn't feel as much as I did. But you can't change that, can you? It's who you are, it's what you are. And, you know, if we were all hard-hearted and self-centered and uncaring, it wouldn't be a very nice world, would it? So
no, definitely not. And then again, it's strange, isn't it? Sometimes you do get stern about something. And God almighty, you spend the rest of the day kicking yourself because you've done it.
I know.
What did I react like that for? You question yourself. And it's exactly what you said. It's not in your nature to do so. So don't do it.
I know.
Just continue as you were. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
I found a lovely lady poet the other day as well. Sheila Webb. And I took one of her poems. I asked her could I read this poem. And it's called
Chris brought her to us, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Your Worth. And I love this. It's a little ditty poem. And I like little ditty poems now and again. I really and truly do, yeah?
Right.
And this has a great message in it, actually. I like the message in this poem. Take a £20 note, crush it in your hand, drop it on the floor, stamp it in the ground. Pick it up, compress it, clench it very tight, press it in your fist and squeeze with all your might. Ooh. But when you come to spend it, you'll see that it's still sound, for however crushed and broken, it's still worth £20. And then reflect that note is, just like me and you, we cannot be devalued, whatever bullies do.
That is such a powerful piece. That needs to be on a TV advert, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It needs to be.
Absolutely. And when I seen it, I think it come up in Poetry in the Blood, actually.
Yeah.
When I'd seen it. Yeah, Poetry in the Blood. And I'd seen him, I thought, it was the lady's name I hadn't recognised, because I think he'd only taken Sheila in the day before or something. And I hadn't been on the day.
Even that day it might have been, yeah.
Yeah. And I seen the poem straight off, and I thought, oh, I like this. This is a showpiece, this. I've got to have this for the show.
Yeah.
So I put on my bit of Irish Blarney, and I went and messaged and asked him. Crept a little bit. And
you batted your eyelashes over the internet.
I batted my eyelashes. I had no hair to flick, so I had to use the eyelashes.
Yeah. It's the Irish lilt. Gets them every time.
But thank you, Sheila, for giving us the poem to read and putting it in the community. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks a million.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing a lot more of Sheila, actually. She's one of those, again, it's a mixture of everything. I mean, she wrote a fantastic comedic piece the other day, and then that one, which really, you know, it gives you a lot to think about, and it's very uplifting and something to take away with you. So yeah,
absolutely,
I think we'll be seeing a lot of her, hopefully.
That's another great idea. You've just again sown a seed. Comedic.
Yes.
Piece.
Do you know what that means?
We've I don't know what it means. I'll Google it later, but I'll say what I was going to say anyway.
Okay.
I've lost my thread now. But yeah, excuse me. So we've had, when we done the celebration with the 200 followers,
yeah,
we had the newbie show. Yeah, we did.
We did.
And we have the mixture show as it stands now. We've had the erotic show. We've had the dark show. So we should have a comedic show.
Well, we should. I said this to you before, but Pete, there aren't that many people who write comedy, really. And it's such a shame. Or if they do, they're scared to put them out there. I know when I first started to put my work out across the groups, I'd written quite a few funny pieces. Well, I thought they were funny. And I looked and I thought, nobody, and I mean nobody, was posting anything comedic. And I thought, maybe they don't appreciate it, maybe they don't want to see it. And then I'd put the occasional one out, and they actually went down really well. But I don't know if it's because people are scared to put them out there because they're not the norm, or if just not many people write.
Me and you actually touched on this on the phone there a couple of weeks ago. On what is the norm?
Yeah.
There is no norm in poetry. That's why we have what's called genre.
Yeah.
There's that many of them. There's that much diversity. Poetry is anything you can put into words, guys.
But
there is no norm.
Shakespeare
was a norm. Shelley, Longfellow, none of them were norm. They had what they done.
Yeah, there are percentages, aren't there? There are, you know, if you look through the groups, you'll probably find that the biggest percent is love, broken hearts, that kind of thing. Then you'd get a smaller, lesser percentage of the darker stuff, like the piece we had from Keith and Kimberly. So, you know, I think if it was a pie chart, I think comedy would be the tiniest little sliver. I think it just, I don't know, people seem to write comedy.
Yeah, but just by bringing it out, I mean, if we brought it out on the live show, we could create a growth of confidence in the poets to actually post. I mean, since you've said it, Christine, Casey, Myrna have all come back and said they've only done a few. But it doesn't matter if you only done a few. We only look for one at a time to read out. So if you're willing to supply, we're willing to read.
I have actually deliberately picked a sweet, funny nonsense piece from Chris Edridge tonight to kind of counterbalance the dark. And it is, when I get to it, I'll explain it when I get to it. But,
I'm going to ask you to hold that one till the shows we're finishing, ourselves,
Okay, yeah.
And if you, I'm not purposely to say leave Chris to last,
right? But
for the show itself, I just love the idea we can all go out on a high. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. It's a really sweet piece, and I think we need more of them. Really. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful for the finish.
Yeah.
So, do Do you want to do one or do you want me to do one? You do know.
Well, I think you should do something.
Okay, bye.
Milk, no sugar, please.
Wait, he goes back with the hammer. This is a sad one.
Okay.
This is a very, very sad one.
Okay.
So I'm putting my other hat on. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I've only got one hat really. A Dozen Roses
Oh, yeah.
by Del Anne Ray.
Yeah.
This is a hard one to read, believe me.
Yeah.
Rose number 1 is for the angry, hurtful words he always says. Rose number 2 is for the 2 occasions why she attempts to stay and forgive him, their son and their daughter. Rose number 3 is for the 3 things she uses to attempt to hide the shameful bruises: heavy makeup, dark sunglasses, and long-sleeved blouses. Rose number 4 is for all the times he said he felt sorry for hurting her and continued to hit her. Rose number 5 is for the fear and dread that consumes her daily life. Rose number 6 is for the countless times she has called the police just to drop the charges. Rose number 7 is for the times that her family and her friends have known what he does to her, but chooses not to step in. Rose number 8 is for the several times she has gone to the emergency room, where the staff has turned a blind eye to her plight. Rose number 9 is for the words that echo through her mind: till death do we part. Rose number 10 is for his countless affairs that out of fear she dare not speak about. Rose number 11 is for the trauma room number where they've been working to revive her. Rose number 12, he just laid upon her casket where at 34 she will lay forever. A dozen wilted black roses, another woman dies, but he gave her a dozen roses.
Yeah. That one needs to sink in, doesn't it?
Doesn't it just?
Mm.
Wow.
Bet you're sorry you stole it from me now, aren't you?
You know what they say? Be careful what you wish for.
And
Yeah.
I came across that piece in the group, and it really it gave me such a lump in the throat and the chest and everything. And I did think I would struggle to read it, actually, so I'm quite glad you did steal it from me. But what an incredible piece. Absolutely amazing, really amazing.
We look around our society that says we have come so far in 2,000 years alone. We have developed so well technologies. Why don't we develop ourselves to treat home abuse, as is in this piece itself, as a taboo still?
I know.
It's crazy. Absolutely.
It goes both ways. I mean, you and I said the other day, didn't we, that, we don't want to always be reading pieces where it's the woman being beaten by the man, because obviously it does happen the other way round.
Oh yes.
So we're not turning a blind eye to that fact at all. And if we were to find a poem to that effect, obviously we would read it. The
ironic thing, I think, as I said to you the other day, the ironic thing is, no matter if it's the male abusing the female or the female abusing the male, the abuse is very much the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't vary so much. Do you know what I mean? In the abusiveness of the abuse, it's wow.
I think the stigma is still the same, isn't it? The women are afraid to speak out for their own reasons, and the men are. I hope I'm not wrong in saying this, but I think the men are almost ashamed to speak out. Yeah. So yeah, that was really hard hitting, that one. And yeah, worth reading again. It's very, very powerful, right? Very.
It is very, very powerful. You can feel it when you're reading it, actually. I won't be stealing any more off you, by the way.
You can if they're hard to read. Again, that's another one that's kind of along the lines of Sheila's. You know, that could almost be a campaign.
Yeah.
You know, that one. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we have Billy Pinder Reynard bonus, and this is Gone, and I love this one. I won't give away why, but you know why I like this.
I know why. Yeah. Go on.
Okay. You existed, lived simply to love me. At least that's what I thought, till the sight of you I could no longer see, and left me overwrought. I thought I was all that mattered, was your centre, your whole life. Your own hopes and dreams were shattered when you became my wife. You did your job, you kept me happy, catered, bowed to all my needs. But I, like a needy puppy, yappy, indulged in all my greed. The more you seemed to do and give, the more I wanted to take. The fact you had lost the will to live, on my selfish brain, no dent did it make. I thought you were just bluffing, pretending to be so depressed. So I carried on, did nothing, put you to your final test. They said they found your little Rover, your licence cards and keys, the car with engine turning over at the docks down by the quays. Of you, they said they found no trace. The currents there were stronger. You would wash up in some other place. They would find you, just takes longer. Months have gone by, but still no you has turned up, the police have said. The protocol, what they now must do, is officially declare you dead. She couldn't cope anymore. Suicide. She took her own life. Her husband killed her to the core, destroyed his too soft wife. So now I wallow in my guilt, too little, too late realising. The man she nurtured and built up, she killed herself despising. She has gone. In a cottage garden in Bordeaux, a lady sits, smiling and contented. A set-up suicide, drowning, but all foe, escaped her living hell, tormented. She's glad she saved that money, stayed strong when life hit the buffers, enjoys her new life sweet like honey, while her feckless husband suffers.
That was a twist like a corkscrew, wasn't it? Wow.
Love those. Love those. I know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But again, there's a lot in there, you know, written
There's so much.
sides. Yeah.
It is so true. You've seen it, I've seen, I'm sure most of our viewers, if not all, have come across it, where you've always come across the talk of, did you see him down the street, the way he treats her, did you see what she does for him, and blah, 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 blah. You've come across this. And you wonder, what the hell is she doing with him?
I know.
God, she's the only one that knows herself.
I know, when you see it on the television and things, or God forbid, you know, you know of it in a friend's life or whatever, and you just you can't understand why anyone would stay, but you know, you're not that person, you're not living that life, so that's why we don't understand why the people will stay. But that one, I just thought, the twist in the tale, I mean, it's wrong, it's obviously wrong. You know, the fact that she faked her own life, her own death, sorry, but you can understand why she did it. Totally understand why she did it. Yeah, very, very clever, very good twist in the tale.
Well, it looks like there was two reasons for it. One was to get away from herself and re-find herself or reinvent herself. The other was to get away from him.
Absolutely.
Bleeding her. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And he, well, as it said, too little, too late. He realised, didn't he? So
He did, yeah.
hopefully
Very,
he
very-
won't make that mistake again.
Some things never change.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Have you got one or two left now?
Oh God, now you really like putting me on the spot. You do, don't you?
Come
I'm
on.
gonna go back to the top of the page.
Think,
Just give me a second.
think.
I read that one.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on. I read that one.
Okay.
I read that one.
Okay.
I don't think I read that one.
Have you got my Luke poem?
I read that one, and I read the last one. So I don't think I've read this one. But if I didn't, here's a big, big treat for you. And I'm gonna read it again, guys. How is that?
Oi,
Do you want me to read it now?
oi.
What?
You got my Luke poem?
No, you didn't put it on attachment.
You said to me, "Can I have it?" And I said yes. I just assumed that you'd got it.
You didn't.
Do I
Are you
do
having a
anything?
laugh?
How many emails do I send you getting you organised during the week? You can't even
60.
find one poem.
65. It's not. Did you send it to me in email?
No, you didn't ask me to.
Well, send it to us an email. Come on, write it there.
Bit late now.
No, I'll read you a lovely poem if you send me your lovely poem.
Right.
Come on.
What
Because
now?
I want to read you. I want to read your lewd poem because I love your lewd poem.
Good.
I don't mind. I'll go in and find it in Messenger anyway. I don't care. I'm easy, me. I'm not losing the other right now. You have to send me the. You have to send me the email.
All right.
Which one am I? God Almighty. Which one am I doing? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's it. No, that's not it. I'm gonna lost the other poem now. No, I've got it.
You got it?
So are you gonna send me the email?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Oh, I love you to bits. You're absolutely amazing.
I know.
So while you're sending the email, I'm gonna read this one called The Real War
Okay.
by Whitney Anderson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You remember this one?
I do.
You do.
I do.
So I reach for the heavens and scream at the skies. Desperation pounds in my chest and wells up in my eyes. My head spins and spins as I constantly try to battle for my life that's trying to die. And this war that wages deep within, I'd be lying if I said I want to win. I scream and I scream until it crushes my chest, where the faulty heart's caged by bones and flesh. I scream and I scream till I'm out of breath. I fight for my life, but here we fight to the death. Again, very hard-hitting piece, and so compact.
Yeah. Yeah. There's well, I mean they've all been amazing as ever. But yeah, each one has just got, it's just become wow, hasn't it, with all the different reads now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Have you just sent me the email?
Yes.
Hold on, I've got to go in here now. I've just got to jump in here.
Shall I read Jessie while you're opening that?
Oh, please do. I love Jesse's pieces, yes.
Oh, it's amazing. It's quite short actually, but whoa. So this is called The Waiting. Postponing existence as the light fades to dark, anointed with the poison that demands movement in the night. Moonlight blending in with the shadows, cover from the known. There is no need to fear the night when one has seen unfeigned truth of the day. The differences are inconsequential. The eyes may deceive, but the conscious is relentless with conviction. Fading memories of a demented mind, as long as the venom flows, undoubtedly to return with unbridled vengeance, unable to outsmart it. There is no impenetrable cloak to shroud an identity, endlessly searching for that vial of silent voices.
Isn't that so mysterious? Silent voices.
Oh, there's so much in there. It's
Yeah.
incredible. It is every line, every single line is just packed. Amazing. Amazing.
Filled with everything the mind loves to explore and get trapped in and everything. I love it, yeah.
Yeah.
Big style. Jessie, that is absolutely fab. Absolutely fab.
Yeah. Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, yes. And then I have Chris, and then I have a little story to read. So do you want to go?
Christmas story. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
Go on then.
Good night, God bless. See you next Sunday. Fantastic.
Such a donkey.
Oh, you mean read? Sorry.
Yes, Jonathan, read.
Okay, here we go. This is a loop poem. Now, would you all like me to explain what a loop poem is? No, you wouldn't. I don't blame you because I'll probably get it wrong.
You should.
Well,
you should explain.
Okay, a loop poem, it goes around. Okay, got it?
Brilliant.
Cool. You ready? No
Such a detailed explanation. You should become a teacher.
I am.
A loop poem has to start the next line with the last word of the previous line.
They knew that. They knew that. I know they did. So keep. Who wrote what?
The loop poem.
The loop poem. Oh, you don't want to know. Don't want to know. Loop poem by our very own Nina Thilo. How's that, Nina? Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
I love how you put your pieces together anyway, because you can get stuck into your poetry.
Scary.
Vengeance lurks in darkest shadows, shadows hiding frightened souls, souls who wear a veil of sadness, sadness scared of death bell toll. Toll denoting massive victims, victims struck by ruthless hand of monarchs, heinous slaying of false monarch plan. Love the start of this one. Plan to overthrow the kingdom gained through acts of war upon the lives of innocents, innocents' loyalty pledged no more. More uncertain doubt their chances free for regicide. Regicide a treasonous option acted out with guile displayed by fickle courtiers true to none but self-proclaimed. Precision's tenuous leads to cunning stealth to infiltrate while hidden in the plainest sight set to the end of tyranny waged by day and night affords the blackness needed to cessate the reign of terror by cruel noble brought his house to shame his legacy long its infamy born from stealing throne was never meant for black heart of his is now a stone. I love that loop poem. That loop poem is just the business.
Thank you.
Oh, Nina, I love this one. This one, I read this so many different ways in my head. It never comes out the same to me cake hole, so never, not to me anyway. But that is a brilliant poem to read. And I would, do you know what? I promise I'm going to keep this email. And in about 6 weeks' time, I'm going to read it again.
Right.
At full speed. Absolutely full speed, yeah? That is one of those,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's a real...
it will probably make more sense. That's because when you said to me, "Can I read it?" and I said to you, well, will it make sense? Will it have the same impact if it's read? And you said yes. But I think it will mean more to people when they can read it in the comments after the show. They can read it for themselves, because obviously the Luke poem it literally does that.
Yes.
So you do have to read it rather than hear it, I think, Luke poetry. But yeah, anyway. So that's a new one for the show. You thought you'd introduce a new style, didn't you?
Yes, and now we have it.
Yeah.
The loop.
The loop.
We're on the loop, guys. We're in the loop.
I love Luke poetry. Well, I introduced you to it, didn't I?
You have introduced me to it, yes.
I've made you do Luke poetry, and I've made you do acrostics this week, haven't I?
Yeah, and I still don't understand either. But hang on, I still don't.
We'll get you there.
Love your patience.
You've done incredibly. You underestimate yourself so much. You really do. You play down your writing. It's your writing's stunning. Stop being silly.
Oh, stop! You're gonna make me blush.
I know, that's the idea.
Get off. I'm sunburnt as it is. Thank you, lady.
Okay, and now we've got Chris Edridge, and I love this piece. I really love this piece, and I'm sure Chris won't mind me saying that he wrote it for his granddaughter, and it is utter nonsense, and that's why I love it. It's this, you will like this, because this is for the child. This is for the inner child. I'm sorry, I don't care how old you are.
Bring it on.
Listen to the words. It's brilliant, and it's called Noodle Nose. Along the path of not going back, beyond the stream that runs not back, you'd have to swim for a year and a spade across a sea of lemonade to find a land so far away where jelly beans grow on trees of hay, where down among the baked bean groves lives the giant Noodle Nose, who farms a flock of Slither Joes before he feeds them to the crows. Now Noodle Nose is really nice. He keeps an owl he calls Advice. Advice is just the wisest pet, though Noodle Nose hasn't asked him yet, of where your shadow goes at night, or why don't snowflakes ride a bike. He takes advice wherever he goes to see the Princess Summer Rose. In her palace she lives alone, sitting on her cornflake throne, waiting for her faithful friend while eating Finkel strawberry blend. Oh, Summer Rose, said the giant Noodle Nose, let me give you my advice. We must get married. That would be nice. So off they went to Reverend Bill, who married them on Starlight Hill. They honeymooned on Custard Isles, among the lemon drops with smiles. I love you so much, Summer Rose, right down to your 14 toes. Tell me why you picked this nose. Why am I the one you chose? Oh, Noodle Nose, oh, Noodle, Noodle, can't you see? I've loved you ever since I was 3. Now we two can be together in happiness forever and ever.
Brilliant!
Isn't it amazing?
Chris Edridge, you've got too much time on your hands, mate. That's absolutely brilliant.
I just think that is, I feel brilliant now. I love it.
Oh, me too. Me too. That is absolutely wonderful.
Isn't it sweet? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We don't
Of
this,
course we do.
you know.
Yes.
I understand heavy dark. I write heavy dark stuff. I mean, God, the one you just read of my Luke poem was about someone trying to kill a king, you know. But this is just sweet nonsense, and I loved it. So thank you, Chris, for allowing us to have that.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Chris. Yes.
So yeah.
Oh,
just
wow.
so sweet. So sweet. I'm going to read that one again before I go to bed.
Oh, send it over.
All right then.
Thank you.
I'll record it for you if you like.
Oh, will you? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely pure fantasy.
Isn't it?
At its best, yeah.
It's just
absolutely
the loveliest
fantastic.
thing.
Cornflake throne.
Cornflake throne. I know.
Absolutely love a cornflake throne.
Princess Rose and Noodle Nose. Loved it.
Oh, Chris, I mean,
More,
that might have been a
please.
couple of years ago, but by God, that can be read in years to come forever.
Oh, that's
That
timeless.
piece.
That is
Absolutely.
absolutely timeless.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing in there to age that poem at all.
Not even a cornflake thrown.
No, cornflakes will be going in years.
And they'll be gone for many more.
And I love the fact that she'd got 14 toes. What a babe.
Well, what a match. What a match. Made in heaven.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, fabulous. Loved it.
So tell me, should I do the quotes or should I do... No, we'll do your story.
Our story. So this is just a little one that I saw. It was for Mental Health Awareness Week. And it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. So you've got to imagine
Brilliant.
Winnie the Pooh and Piglet having a conversation. But it's something to think about. Piglet, said Pooh. Yes, Pooh, said Piglet. Do you ever have days when everything feels not very okay at all? And sometimes you don't even know why you feel not very okay at all. You just know that you do. Piglet nodded his head sagely. Oh yes, said Piglet. I definitely have those days. Really? Said Pooh in surprise. I would never have thought that. You always seem so happy and like you've got everything in life all sorted out. Ah, said Piglet. Well, here's the thing. There are two things that you need to know, Pooh. The first thing is that even those pigs and bears and people who seem to have got everything in life all sorted out, they probably haven't. Actually, everyone has days when they feel not very okay at all. Some people are just better at hiding it than others. And the second thing you need to know is that it's okay to feel not very okay at all. It can be quite normal, in fact. And all you need to do on those days when you feel not very okay at all is come and find me and tell me. Don't ever feel like you have to hide the fact you're not feeling not very okay at all. Always come and tell me, because I will always be there. And that was for Mental Health Awareness Week. And I just thought it was the loveliest thing.
I like the way they put it together between Piglet and Pooh.
Yeah.
Because in our generation, when we grew up, one of the newspapers used to do Pooh and Piglet all the way through. Yeah, they done a cartoon strip each day or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely wonderful to read everything they've done together. And these two are together.
They're the best
of friends.
Yeah. And I just think it's so relatable, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was quite a nice little message to give out, really. And that's one of those ones that you could read back to yourself maybe when you're not quite feeling 100%. Yeah.
Well, just like Sus Handberg said in the message there, what a wonderful way to explain that subject to the children. It's very important. We get it to the children before they become adults.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What about a future that could bring?
Yeah. But we do. It's just a knee-jerk reaction, isn't it? Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm okay, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes it only takes an ear or a recognition of someone is interested. I'm not really good and they've noticed or whatever. And it can take you totally out of that, what Hank will always explain as the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that little help out of the hole just to eat the grass on top. Yeah.
There's times, I know there's times, well, I did it to you actually, didn't I, a while ago, where you said to me, good morning, how are you? And I said, do you want the honest answer or the bright chip? Yeah, I'm fine answer. And you said, well, the honest one, please. And yeah, so it's something you have to learn. And I think you will only ever be able to do it with certain people as well. But to be honest about how you feel is such a hard thing to do sometimes. So
it is, but when you do when you do get that inner trust in yourself to share it with someone. I mean,
Mm,
we have to talk about, you've got to be sure in yourself that this person ain't going to the next person to talk about the thing you just talked about just out of the go
mm,
yourself.
yeah,
You got to be very assured of that.
yeah,
And to
yeah,
get that assurance from someone, it takes some trust to go there.
yeah,
But when you do relieve yourself of what it is that's hoarding or what's causing the pain, yeah? When it's finished, I mean, no matter what our topic was that we spoke about, when we finished, we were on bloody cloud nine.
I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was absolutely fantastic. And then a few days later, I'm back talking to you about my problems.
Yeah, yeah. No,
But that's a
got me laugh.
trust established, and that's a wonderful thing to have. It really and truly is.
Yeah, yeah. And Chris is right. Yeah. But again, it goes back to that whether you're an empath or not. You know, if you, I know that I can read people's emotions. I know that I read body language quite well. I read people quite well. Andy doesn't. Andy does. You know, I'll say to him, "Oh, that person's a bit," you know, and he'll go, "Are they?" So yes, Chris is right. It is in their eyes, but it depends whether it can be seen or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, just a little something to let us think about being there for other people, and it's okay to not be okay.
Well, there was a thing I got last night on Facebook. I think it was in a memories thing or something, where they send you back a memory from a year ago or something. I love this at times what Facebook does, because they've kept something you've actually done before,
Yeah.
and they send it back to you, and then you get to rethink of, wow, where was I when I done this?
I know.
Wow. And it's a great feel.
Yeah.
And I think I shared it back out last night. Would you be there for someone if they needed to be picked up, blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
And I was into a lot of stuff. And yes, as I said last night, I couldn't care less who you are, what you are, where you're from. If you need an ear to listen, I got two. Bring your mate if you want, you know, but I've got two ears, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can speak your heart out. It makes a lot of difference for you. I'm not going to have to carry the baggage, but I'm willing to have your problem and let you offload it. Yeah.
It's kind of, it all comes down to, having that relationship with that person. It comes down to trusting that person, feeling comfortable enough to talk to them. Yeah, so there's a lot of things involved. So I know that I've got some people I would tell absolutely everything to, and some people I would put the face on for. You know, I would be, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, go and have a cup of coffee with them, and you know, so yeah, just depends on you, your relationship with that person, and maybe even the day. You know, sometimes you feel you can talk, sometimes you just don't want to. But
exactly, yes.
It's okay to not be okay, I think is the message, isn't it?
And I think it's a lovely way of putting it, actually. It's okay not to be okay.
I'll put that in the comments so people can read it for themselves after the show. Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got your story, we've got the moral story, haven't we?
You're going to kill me, I swear to God. You're going to kill me. I've lost the email. Sorry. Really sorry. I've been searching for ages.
Wait.
For my moral story.
Wait. It's coming.
Is this lady not a treasure or what?
It's coming. All right, there you go.
You never give me a subject. It's always no subject, right?
How very dare you! I do. When it's a moment's notice.
There's nothing there.
What?
There's nothing there.
Oh, lordy lord.
Okay. Honestly, there's nothing there. It just says Nina Tilo, sent from mail, Windows 10.
Wait. Oh my goodness me.
What can I say, guys? Listen.
Wait.
Go on.
Hang on. There we go.
I'll be 56, so.
Don't you dare. Don't. not going to reach 56 if I get my hands on you.
I know, Sandra's already told me. She said I was lucky to reach 55, actually.
Hi again.
It's not come in yet. Let's try the other phone and see if it's come in there.
Do your quotes then.
Hey?
Do your quotes and then finish on the moral story.
You've made me come out.
I haven't made you do anything.
You did come out and get that email that hasn't come through. So let me see. Guys, this is some show, let me tell you. Honest to God, you got no idea. Here we go. On the show this week, I've done all that. I'm coming down to the very bottom piece. I'm going to do 2 quotes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 quotes. And I said earlier on to Marna, one of the quotes that she had written was very relative to one of the poems. I just can't remember what poem that she read, but it was relative to one of the poems that she read, in a sense, yeah? And the quote is, "The logic of children is often more amazingly correct than we thought possible." Of course it is. Because it's non-poisonous, non-contaminated.
Yeah.
Yes.
They haven't been tainted by the world.
Exactly. Exactly. And still, we don't listen to them, Nina. We don't. Well, we listen, but we don't hear, don't we?
I love children. Couldn't eat a whole
one. I could. I could eat a whole 2. You're like a Twix sandwich for me.
Nice.
Second one. Ooh. Often your strength of spirit will surprise even you. Yeah. It does. Surprises me all the time. My strength of spirit really surprises me.
Yeah, it does at times. Sometimes
I see right through it.
Sometimes I wish I could be stronger, like we were saying right at the beginning. Sometimes I wish I could be a little bit tougher, but that's me.
Yeah, and I love the way you say that. Actually, that is you. Damn everybody else and what they think. They be them. You don't want it to be what you want them to be. Just let them be.
I'm a unicorn.
Let them let you be.
Yeah,
exactly. Yes, I love that. I'm gonna look and see if the other one came through again. Yeah, I doubt it very much, but no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. I knew it didn't come through. I knew. You sent it to someone else. Someone else now has our little story.
You are infuriating.
Look. Click here, nothing. Click there, nothing. Absolutely zilch. I've got nothing. Absolutely. Oh my God.
Right, I'm going to try one more time.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it, it's your fault.
Well, if I don't get it, there's nothing there.
There you go.
There, it's gone through now. I've got 25. Here we go. 25.
It's either that or I read it.
There it is. Now.
Third time lucky.
Yay! I've done all the difference in the world. I've done the weight of the glass. Have I done shark bait? I did last week.
Have you? Should we not go there again with the shark?
I done it last week, shark bait, where I nearly had a seizure. Do you remember? I nearly had a seizure. My blood pressure went through the thermometer and he got all the little fish killed.
You ruined it.
But I read it again, didn't I?
No, you read another one.
Should I read it again?
No!
No harm in trying. We've read them all, Nina.
You haven't read 4 of them.
Yeah, we read every one of them. As we grow older, we slowly realise that wearing a £300 watch.
Oh.
Do you remember? We done that one. That was the... Huh?
Read the shark one then again, but don't break off.
Hold on. God! Now, there's one we didn't read.
Yeah. I knew there were 4.
I'm not sure that this is really one of them. But it says being and breathing.
Go on then.
One warm evening many years ago, after spending nearly every waking minute with Angel for 8 straight days, I knew that I had to tell her just one thing. So late at night, just before she fell asleep, I whispered in her ear. Oh, she smiled, the kind of smile that makes me smile back. And she said, when I'm 75 and I think about my life and what it was like to be young, I hope that I can remember this very moment. A few seconds later, she closed her eyes and fell asleep. The room was peaceful, almost silent. All I could hear was the soft purr of her breathing. I stayed awake thinking about the time we'd spent together and all the choices in our lives that made this moment possible. And at some point, I realized that it didn't matter what we'd done or where we'd gone, nor did the future hold any significance. All that mattered was serenity of that moment, just being with her and breathing with her. The moral: we must not allow the clock, the calendar, and the external pressures to rule our lives and blind us to that fact. Each and every individual moment of our lives is a beautiful mystery and a miracle, especially those moments we spend in the presence of a loved one.
You
I got through it.
You did.
Wow, top to bottom, get in there, yeah. Whoa, listen.
Well done.
There's a great story and a great moral to that story.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
And I say it just of myself, where Jack is concerned especially. Jack is 15 years old. For 12 years, he never knew me.
Yeah.
I was the man that went to work, and I was the man that was getting up for work when he was going to school, when he was coming into school.
I know.
And we never knew each other. The last 3 years have been absolutely blissful because we've learned and gotten to know each other. We do everything together.
But it's making time.
Yeah. I was very regretful for the first 2 years, but this past year, the regrets have gone.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing can be done about the past. You can't change it. It's always going to be that way.
Yeah.
And we're building for the future together. It just seems so wonderful. It does, honest to God. And that's why this piece, I'm glad we still had for that purpose. Just gives me a great boost. The moral to this story itself gives me a great boost.
Yeah. I hate being...
So much.
I hate being a slave to time and dates and you've got to be here and you've got to be there and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. And I know to a certain extent that is how we have to live our lives. Of course it is, but we also need to take time out.
Yeah, well, exactly. We can restrict when we make ourselves available. There's always another thing as getting another date on another appointment for another time for the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that date. It doesn't suit me. Definitely not. So have you got such a date? Do you know? You can always move things around.
Absolutely.
To be suitable. I'm beginning to learn how to do little things like that. It's took me 55 years.
Well, but you're doing it now at the right time.
Yes, exactly at the right time. And I'm sure there's many more out there doing the same thing. I mean, look at Casey. Casey is doing a wish list.
Yeah.
That's absolutely second to none. And wow, she's already done, she's done the coast, one of the coasts in America, right down along the Pacific Ocean. Wow.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah.
Awesome.
The trouble is, we tend to, you know, if you do write a bucket list, when do you do it? When do you start doing it? You know, it's just like, what, are you going to wait till you're retired? In which case you probably won't be able to do some of the things on your bucket list, or I don't know. We just
the great thing with Casey's bucket list was she thought about it for so many years, but not planned when to actually do it. Yeah. And then one day she woke up and just said, "Bucket list, go."
Yeah.
And she's gone straight from.
Yeah.
Straight from the fire to the gun, straight off.
Exactly. Yeah. I think, and again, that comes with, as we get older, we realise what's important and what's not, don't we? And we You can't regret what, you know, regretting yesterday steals tomorrow. You can't do that. So we have to live for now, don't we?
Of course we do. Of course we do.
Yeah.
Nina, I think we should bring in our special guest now.
Go on then.
Last minute. Casey is our special guest tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have 10 or 15 minutes with Casey to wrap the show.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you and I will be all plotting, chipping, chopping through the week.
You've already got a head start.
I have. Oh my God, I have.
Yeah.
But the opportunities that are opening, and I'll say this again, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Because one or two people have mentioned that a lot of poetry comes from Poetry in the Blood onto the show. Yes, it does. A lot of poetry comes from Poetry in the Blood. Because that's where the poets are going. That's where they're meeting up. That's where they're grouping and communing. And that's where we go fishing.
We do.
Yes. They've come fishing for us. We come fishing to them.
Yeah.
And we all join hands and we come in. There's other groups get involved as well. I do involve other groups, as many as possible.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people that are read are across different groups anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yes, exactly.
It doesn't matter where you find them.
No. It doesn't matter which group you find the poet in. It's the same poet that's in Poetry Circle, Poet Corner, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The poet is the same poet. It doesn't matter where they post their work.
Well, this is it. We're not promoting the groups. We're promoting the poet. And
the poets, exactly, yes.
So
we're there to highlight the poets. So don't worry about where we get the poetry, because you already know it's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic poetry.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's growing and growing and growing.
And they're individual writers. So as I say, it doesn't matter where we found them, what group we picked it from. It's the writer that we're interested in.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. All right, get Casey on the...
Oh, you're getting... I'll go then. If you're getting Casey, I'll go.
No, I said you get Casey.
Oh, I've got to get Casey. Yeah, that's all right then. I thought I was fired just then. I just got the sack.
Oh, I wish.
Oh, God, now she's thinking. Oh, God, now she's thinking. Nina, have an absolutely brilliant night.
Thank you, lovely, and you. Love to everybody.
I'll catch you a little later. And please let me know if we hit that 1600. One shot.
We possibly already have.
Just
we were only
one down.
Don't we?
It's crippling. It's absolutely crippling.
It's amazing.
But what an absolute result.
Yeah.
Thanks a million for all your effort. You're a superstar. You always will be to me. You know that.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
No problem. Nina, catch you shortly.
Yeah. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Love you to bits.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? My partner in crime, all the time, Nina Thilo. And we have our special guest to come on as well, haven't we? Yes, we do. And it's Casey, Kathy, Linsek, Glower. And Casey. Here we go. We're connecting. Yes, we are. Hello, Casey. I've not caught you driving down the highway, have I?
Well, I drove a while because I went to a Cape Disappointment. I thought I'd show you Cape Disappointment, where there were a lot of wrecked ships, but then I had no signal up there.
Oh.
So I just kept driving a while and parked.
You got your signal back.
And been listening to the show. So, but thanks for getting me on at the last minute.
Oh, no. We love. Do you know what I love about the show, Casey? We don't have a time limit or a time max out or anything else. We play until we finish with everything we have. Yeah, and that's very important.
That's how I'm living my life.
That is very important.
How I'm living my life. Right? No time limit. None of us have a time limit past now. No. Right?
This show will now be recorded. People want to go and watch any particular part of it. But while we're recording them on live, no matter who we have selected or who has selected to be with us, that time will be there. It will be made for the person. There's nobody going to be left out in any way, shape, or form.
Well, it's a great show, and you're doing a lot for poets. I think poetry is really like coming into kind of worldwide recognition more than ever. And through the spoken word, you can, connections are being made everywhere. It's absolutely amazing.
We're seeing this with the show at the moment. As I said earlier on in the show, the expansion of it through poet to poet friend, and it's broadening. We don't have to go out and grow a community. We already sowed the seed. The community is growing itself, and you can see in the communication in the messages that come through on the screen. And we've got yourself, we've got Sus Hamburg, Christine Barker, Nina, Myrna, Charlotte, everybody, Chris Edwards, everybody communicating with each other.
Yeah.
And that's
I've got some of my friends. I posted this on my page, and I've got some of my friends joining in. Chris, hi, how are you? He's actually in England. Tom, back from my hometown. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Tom. And anyway, so it's absolutely amazing how the world is becoming smaller through technology.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so easy to connect now. And as you said about poetry in the world now, poetry, I believe, is more needed in the world now than ever. There's so there's so many messages in the poetry that it's time people started to digest something. We've been fed that much darkness. There's no light.
But you know what? It's the current generation is going to be our salvation. I spent last night, there were a lot of young people, and I was engaged with beautifully deep conversations with all these people in their early 20s, philosophy majors. I mean, really caring, deep thinking, loving, respectful young people. And they're our hope. I mean, they're going to take this world to another level. My son says the world will be ready for me by the time I'm, that age. He wants to get into politics and make a difference. So it's amazing how many wonderful people there are. I had a fascinating weekend talking mainly with a lot of young people.
Yes.
So they all care, and they get it, and they get that they need a quality of life, but they get that they need to contribute.
Yes, well. Yes.
And I'm just excited about that. So
big time.
I have chosen a few poems. It's like you have to pick a poem for the moment. And I've been doing open mic night. So the first time I got in front of a microphone was about 6 weeks ago. And have just really enjoyed it. Like all these young people they were so fascinated with my poetry. They love poetry. And when I do open mic night, I'm now doing it in a couple of places where it's a lot of fun. And I had a gentleman get up with me, and we both read poems, and it really went over well. So it's just so much fun to share. I seem to be able to express myself sometimes better in poetry than anything else. But you always kind of pick the poem for the moment and your audience. And I had like a couple of poems picked out for today, but then when y'all started talking about domestic violence, I'm so passionate about that because I was silent for 35 years. And the bruises on my body for 25 of those years were 5% of what I went through. It's the emotional abuse. And it's the most complicated thing is the question why people stay. And I won't go into that now because that's a whole nother show. But what I do want to take this venue for is tell everybody, if you see somebody that you think something is off, reach out to them, because the first thing they need to do is open up. I was silent, didn't tell a soul. But now people are telling me, yeah, we knew this and we knew things were not right, but nobody asked, right? So we all have the power to help everybody out there in those situations. We need to get them to talk about it. And there's so many ways that they can get help, but they don't know that. I didn't know the resources. So that's my one message I want to get out today is please, if you see somebody that you think something's going on and they're going to resist you, but you need to help them. Over and over and over and over and over. Can't tell you how many times I ran away just to go home and apologize for running away. So.
Exactly, and just like you said, you apologized for running away. Yeah, you apologized for running away. You were the victim. apologizing. Yeah, it's not right,
Yeah,
Casey,
that's what
is
we
it?
do. We feel sorry for them that they're so tormented to do this, right? And we feel like
Yeah,
they need help, and we're here to help them as they torment us. Um, it's a sickness and an addiction. His sickness, my addiction to being treated that way. And it all almost
yeah.
goes into like a cult type mentality where actually brainwash, their control is so deep. So it's tough to break away. It is. But I'm here to help other women. So I want to first read a poem about that, and then I'll go into a little lighter subject, if I may.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
It's all
Okay,
yours.
thank you.
Yeah.
Upon the rain, a woman cries not out of weakness, but compassion. Her strength is fierce. Her passion will pierce into your soul mightier than you can imagine. Do not mistake or misjudge that tear, for her character builds upon the rain that moistens her cheeks, that reveals her strain. So never underestimate her power to protect, her power to hold those she keeps close, those she loves the most. For within her grasp is the power to sin, if that's what it takes to survive and win. We can be more than you will ever know. We carry the seed, allowing men to grow. Keep that in mind when you raise your hand. Say a crossword or be less than a man. For within our strength, our love will grow. When you treat us well, only then will you know how wonderful it is to be loved by a woman when you don't have to ask to be forgiven.
Powerful. Absolutely powerful.
So with that poem, sorry, I'm in a hot car, but with that poem, it's like there are thousands of women probably watching right now that have come so close to ending up in prison because they can't escape, and they feel that the only way out is, I mean, you break, and they get you to that breaking point. So
Yeah.
that's my point, is don't get to that breaking point, because nobody wins. And okay, so now I'll go on to a little bit better poem. So here I am. I'm at the ocean this week. I'm enjoying it. So I can read a poem I wrote a long time ago, Across the Sea, which would be kind of appropriate. Or I can get a little philosophical about life and death, but I think we've had a lot of that tonight. Or I can do kind of a fun romantic poem.
Oh yeah.
And
Go on.
I'll do that, kind of lighten up the load a bit here. Oh, a kiss is a kiss. You can make love or have sex, but a kiss is a kiss. Sex can be just having sex, but that kiss, well, that's now true bliss. To embrace one another this way, it's as intimate as it can be. There are no words that you can say that brings you this close to me. When you look into my eyes, standing over me, brushing my hair from my face, I feel my heart start to race. Then you tilt your head a bit as I look up at you. That is when our lips meet. That is when my heart starts to beat. My mouth on yours as you explore even more. Lightly touching my cheek, I am trembling. I am weak. Your lips are soft and tender. Your arms are strong yet gentle. My emotion takes over as you warm me through and through. Sorry. So now you know why a kiss is more than a kiss, why it is more intimate, why you don't want to miss. Oh, a kiss is a kiss is a kiss.
Do you know, when you get one of those kisses in your lifetime, you sleep better, you eat better, you think better of everything. Doesn't take anything else other than the kiss and the sensation. Beautiful piece. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. I write a lot about kissing. I think kissing is, that's where it all begins. And if you don't have that chemistry, you know, move on, right? You've got to have that chemistry.
Yeah.
I once had a friend, well, a close friend, tell me kissing's like butter melting in your mouth. And think about that analogy a little bit. Do I have time for one more?
Yes, of course you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, certainly.
So, how about
You've frozen on me, Casey.
so near to me?
You're back. You're back. It's okay. Go on. No,
Can you
you
hear
froze.
me?
Now you're freezing up and down. No, you're frozen. You're frozen on my camera anyway, but it's my end or your end, I don't know. But you're frozen on my end. Your camera's frozen, Casey. Aww. And I think it's on countdown. It's counting. You're on freeze. Don't know what's happened, but the internet is being gremlin.
Am I back?
Absolutely gremlin, guys. Here she
Am I
is back.
think I'm
Come
back?
on. Yes, talk to me. Talk to me. Go on. Keep talking. Almost. We had you there for a second. Almost. We had you there for a second.
Okay. Okay. Across the sea.
There you go now, yeah. You're
So
with me now. No, you're not. You was. I think you're right, Sus Hamburg. She's melting. No. On off. It's just on still, Casey.
can you?
It's like that sound you hear when NASA are talking to the guys going to the moon. You know that?
Maybe if I step outside a little bit.
Now your audio is
Should I
fine.
try
I
to
can hear your
disconnect
audio.
and reconnect?
Now I can
Oh, you
hear
can hear
you.
me?
The only thing is you're not motion. On the camera there's no motion, but I can hear you clearly on audio.
Oh, well, you don't need to see. You don't need to see me as long as you can hear me.
No, you're still pretty in the still anyway.
Across
It's
the
okay.
sea. You want me to stop reading?
No, please
Should
carry
I
on.
stop reading?
Across the sea. No, carry on.
Okay. Okay. Across the sea, so near to me, I hear you breathe. In the depth of the night, I hear you whispering to me. How can it be you're across the sea when you can reach out and touch me so beautifully? Of hope you speak, to be strong, not weak. No fear, no fear. You've made that very clear. How can it be you're across the sea when you are next to me speaking so beautifully? You have hopes that our world will live as one. Our children will unite together under the sun. No barriers will they see, for we have raised them instinctively to read each other's souls, not the color that they see. To love each other, not hate. To not know the meaning of discriminate. As long as our children love, the world will rise above. So how can it be you're across the sea when I can see your face and feel you embrace life so easily? You ride that wave being so free. For many a soul you are going to save, I hear you whisper of hope and peace. For all wars to cease, for all conflict to decrease. When you whisper of compassion with devotion and emotion. For all your brothers and sisters here on earth, I know you started your journey from the moment of birth. How can it be you're across the sea when I feel your strength supporting me? Whispering to me your turmoil, your strife. You lift me up with your hope of life. How can it be you're across the sea? It really doesn't matter. Are you listening to me? It is time to take risks, to take hold, be bold. So much wonder yet to unfold. Whether you're holding your hand next to me or if you're always across the sea, forever you'll remain an inspiration to me.
Wow.
Catch it.
Do you know, you
Hey,
listen,
Chris.
you read
Yeah.
stories, you hear stories, and the sea, being the sea, and we got to remember 70% of the earth, they say, is water, so we're always going to have water between us somewhere in the world. But yes, I love the way you make it so easy in the whatchamacallit, in the you're missing somebody, you're missing something, and how can they not be right beside you? Why? How's it working? I don't know. You tell me. Are you there, Casey? I think we've lost Casey, guys.
Okay. That one kind of evolved. And I actually was thinking about all the men who go to war across the sea that have given their lives for us. But how our young people are going to be saving us.
So heartfelt. So heartfelt.
Thank you. So I think you've kind of frozen on me now.
I've gone frozen, have I? Wow. I've frozen out, have I? Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't see. I see you sitting there with a toothpick in your mouth, not moving.
I'm not moving at all. And I'm moving. To
Not
me, I'm
moving at all.
moving.
But
I can see me moving, but wow. Casey, we have gremlins. We have gremlins.
I think so. But I appreciate the opportunity to read today, and
Oh, I thank you very much for coming
my
on.
passion.
You are a very passionate reader, a very passionate writer. And
Thank you.
that passion comes out directly on the camera. I try as much as I can to comment on your videos. Your videos, as I've said to you in the comments, are so uplifting and inspiring. And somebody out there has the same plan on their mind, has never activated the plan. And you could be the key to their activation just by seeing what you're doing. Maybe something they need to do themselves.
I think everybody has a story, and who's to say whose pain is greater than anybody else's, right? And who's to say whose time limit of moving forward is got to be the same as yours. So I think that for me, it's taken me a while, but I'm moving forward, and I just look at whatever I have experienced in my life is only helping me to become who I'm yet to become. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens next. That's kind of attitude I have. And I want everybody to know, no matter what's in your past section of your life, and it's not easy, but you can do it. And we have to stop overthinking so much, right? You overthink it, and then you step back and you don't move forward. But what I've started to do is like try to always say yes before I say no matter what it is. And gosh, I'm doing so many things, and it's really opened my world up a little bit. So
it's like you've started your own mystery of life book, and when you're reading a mystery book, it's always going to be a mystery. What's going to come
just
next?
like the ocean, right? The ocean is so mysterious, and our lives are mysterious, but they're exciting, right? I mean, how much, wouldn't you love to dive in and just see everything in the ocean and see how they are? Well, I want to dive into life and see what I've been missing, right? And sometimes you find out, this wasn't, that big a deal. Or sometimes you think, wow, like today, I almost went home this morning without going back to the ocean because I'm not used to relaxing. And when I got there and then I went to the ocean, I thought, gosh, how much have I been missing by getting caught up in day-to-day life, right? You got laundry to do. Well, it's going to be there tomorrow.
Exactly.
If you got an opportunity to do something today, do it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the washing powder's not going to go off, is it? It's going to be still there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so. Hey, Kate. I've met Kate Lumley.
I just love your
most
outlook
beautiful
on life.
artist. Oh, thank you. You know, I think all of us have met a lot of people online that are amazing people. Singers, songwriters, artists, you know, poets. There's so many wonderfully talented people. Everybody's got a gift.
Yes.
There's some way that everybody has a gift to offer. So Kate Lumley, who's watching, I just met her not too long ago. Beautiful artist. I want to like kind of create a greeting card line, and she does art kind of like I've always envisioned. So we're talking about meeting. You know, it's like, doesn't matter where, you know, I think she lives in Texas, but anyways, it's a small world. We just
It
need
is,
to pull
and it
together.
is. It's a very small world, and we've said it before. We are one grain of sand in a vast beach of a universe. We really and truly are.
hmm But thank you for putting the show on. And I know you've been talking a long time, so I'll let you go. And I hope you'll have me on again sometime.
Oh, anytime. Casey, it's a pleasure having you on, and thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us your time.
Okay. Hey, John. Well, you have a great day. And maybe I'll be doing your show in person someday.
Brilliant. I look so forward to that.
Okay.
Casey,
Take care.
have a wonderful afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Casey Linsek Glower. What can I say, guys? Beautiful lady. What a lady, won't say with a mission, but a lady with a love for life. And we know because she's told us why she has this love for life. We can only imagine in our minds the existence she had before she actually realized there was life. Everybody to their own time, and everybody to their own space. Guys, I love yous all to pieces. I love being here every Sunday, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. See you all next Sunday with another great lot of poetry, and hopefully another very special guest next week. Love yous all to pieces. Have a wonderful week ahead. Good night and God bless everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.